This is an official announcement from the FCC. FM radio is now officially dead. Please turn in your radios to your nearest local library so that they can be destroyed. The Men's View is now the only form of entertainment allowed by law. 1,000 horsepower. Bitches.
Yeah, what's up? This is Dizzle, and you're listening to the Men's View. I'm here with my boy, Bonafide Hustler.
What's up? Bonafide Hustler here.
And sitting there we got... Was I just not talking to the mic? Sitting there, we got Paulaconda. What's up, Paulaconda?
How's it going? Oh, I know I am.
The man with the giant anaconda. And the guy... Woo!
Yeah.
What's up, Woo?
Hey, what's going on, man?
Without the giant anaconda.
I don't know what kind of... This guy must not... You have a grass snake,
Do you
right?
want me to show my dick on this show, too?
No.
Earthworm.
Okay.
Because
All right.
you might be a regular. Paulaconda's just sitting there. So. Paulaconda can show because I have that rule. If I see your penis, I cannot be your friend anymore. So
We're not friends.
That's right.
speaking of giant things, what are those rings? Show those rings to the camera.
Let's see.
Shut them over this way.
Show it to that camera. What are those college football?
Yeah, this is my college football championship rings.
You were a kicker, right?
I was a kicker.
So do you really consider like you were part of that whole win?
Of course.
How many kicks did you kick that were like winning kicks?
Winning kicks in college, I won probably about 4 games. Helped win about 4 games.
Did you get laid after those 4 games?
Yeah.
Were these black? Okay,
nice.
you went to an all-black college, right?
Yes.
Were you banging any black chicks?
A few.
How many did you bang?
I don't remember. It was a few.
Come on. You remember that. If it's a few, you remember it. If it's a lot, you forget.
It was about, I don't know, 10.
Yeah.
That's not a few. That's a lot.
Being in
That's
that
not a lot.
environment,
That's a few.
That's a few.
Few for a guy like Paulaconda.
Paulaconda, man.
They chase you back to the dorm and everything all the time.
Yeah.
So because you were a white guy at an all-black college, were you like a prize to these women?
Yeah, I was pretty much surprised.
They're like, man, I fuck white boy with a big old dick. Did you hear stuff like that? Or
That's some. There was some of that.
word.
did any black chicks, when you whipped out your giant penis, did they say something where they were just like, damn.
Oh, yeah, they were like, woo, I'm used to something like you.
Did they say who that kicker? They say who that kicker?
No, they didn't say that, but they just, they just enjoy it. We were drunk half the time anyway. It was always after the games.
I don't know. I seem like Paulaconda, he loves sex, right? You just absolutely love it.
Oh, yeah.
But like, I feel like he's not having good sex.
He had sex last Friday. Is what he just told us before the show.
Well,
beautiful
finally,
thing,
you hadn't
man.
had sex with this girl that you're with right now for like once in a year you've had sex with
No,
her?
well, we've had it a few times.
You don't even know. You don't even know if that's that girl though. Who did he have sex with
That's
last?
the other girl.
Oh, see, I told you.
Oh, you should. It's
shit.
not
I
the
told
same
you,
one?
dude.
No,
It's
not the same one.
Okay, I didn't know this little detail. But is your sex even good?
Why would
Yeah.
you ask him that?
Because I mean, you showed it. Okay, you lost your phone, right? Last show.
Yeah, I
But you
lost
got a new phone.
I do.
It's already filled with pictures of like vaginas.
You know
Yeah.
why though? Because the dirty stuff is like stored in the cloud now.
Oh,
Yeah.
is it?
God.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Up in the sky, man.
Let me
the
see one of
future.
these videos. You were showing them earlier. I didn't want to look at it because it had your penis in there. But you know what? I'll look.
You'll look.
Oh, my
can't
God.
Be friends with him anymore.
No,
You're
no,
making
no,
com-
no. This is gonna be his little reaction video now.
Okay, yeah.
I'm gonna kick you out after this because I can't be friends with you. But
Let's see.
let me see this. You guys were. What
Why
did
do
you
you-
think of this video? What was it exactly?
It's just like a normal POV like porn home shot video.
Well, it
I
started
saw
out with
maybe 10 seconds of it. You watched like
I
2
went-
minutes of it.
It was
I don't know
only-
why.
You're
it's only
obsessed
15
with Paul Connor's penis.
I'm
You
not
looked at it
obsessed.
like. Do you want to see it
Dude.
again this show?
I don't want to see it again
No?
this show. I already saw it again this show on that video.
Let me see this thing.
That's one of the things like Woo, for example, like Woo, every show he has to see Paul Connor's penis.
I don't
That's
want-
like a good, it's a good luck charm now.
Every time Paulaconda's on, he's got a show.
Hit the
No,
play
no,
button.
no,
Let me see this thing. This is like your photo. Oh! Did you have to get at that angle?
CMFK, what are you seeing, man? CMFK behind the screen. What are you seeing, dude?
Look at this thing.
You know
What are you
I'm
saying?
happy about though?
Okay,
He
this
wrapped up
chick
his
is
penis. He
completely-
put a condom on.
Exactly.
He's playing safe.
Uh,
He's playing safe. He's
Is there something around this girl's neck?
responsible young man.
okay, this
No,
girl
not this
has
one.
her
Huh?
breasts wrapped in rope, right?
Yeah.
This one girl does, yeah.
What is going on with that? Get this out of here, man. Take this thing.
You got to kick him out now, right?
Hey, wash your hands, dude.
I'm sweating so bad. Look at these things. Tell me what the girl with the rope. Why do you have her boobies bound with the rope?
Some girls like that. They get the more of a little S&M bondage thing with them.
Now, when you say some girls like this, is this something you suggested, or did the girl tell you to do it?
Lord, I don't remember.
He doesn't remember anything.
I
This
think
guy.
You know there's fucking rope on the floor as soon as you get into his room somewhere.
Yeah, you're like the dominant, like master type of dynamic, right? You got that going on in the bedroom.
I can be sometimes.
Okay.
I think this guy's exaggerating because that penis didn't look that big in that picture. But maybe I look at too much porn. I don't know.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Did that look giant to you?
I didn't see very much of it, so I don't
I
want to
think
be
it was a
elaborate.
huge vagina. That's what we were looking at. It was a gigantic vagina.
It might be. That
That's
was
what
a
it is,
gigantic.
man.
All I saw was asshole in the beginning of that picture. God damn. Hairy asshole.
I think that was something else, yeah. I think you're getting it confused. That was actually... Never mind.
Anyways, you know what? I don't know if I should get into this with CMFK. I wanted to talk to it about CMFK, but his microphone doesn't seem to be working. What the fuck? Yeah, we don't hear you, man. We're going to have to figure out something with this. But Bonafide, you were telling me that alarm system guy came over to your house the other day trying to sell you.
No, he
called you
me.
up.
He called me up, man. I love getting those calls. It's like they call you up like, "Oh, I got a great thing for you. You're the winner of a free alarm system." And I was like,
won.
I want it.
Yeah.
How do you feel? And I was like, that's exactly what he said. How do you feel? And I was like, I feel great. But like nothing is free in life is what I told the person. I was like, there's no free lunch. You ever heard that? And he goes, yes, but I'm sending you a free alarm system.
Was this a guy from India
Wow,
calling?
it
You
Bangladeshi,
knew it was
dude.
outsourced. Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
And so he goes, yeah, so I'm going to give it to you for free and everything. I'm like, okay. And then I guess you're going to probably want this thing monitored, right? He's like, well, only for $1 a day, you're going to have it monitored. That's part of the deal. I'm like, well, the deal isn't free anymore, is it? He's like, well, we have cutting stage of the, what did they call it?
Cutting edge.
That's what it.
Yeah.
Cutting edge equipment, and it's going to be so amazing. And then I go, well, I kind of have an alarm system already. Why would I want yours? He goes, well, ours is amazing, and you can get it monitored. I was like, I don't even have mine monitored right now.
There's
It's
so
just a
many of
deterrent.
these sales pitches nowadays coming in from like 100 different companies. How do these people even compete? I mean, I see these alarm system guys running around neighborhoods.
Dude, it's insane. Man.
I've heard they just grab people out of like just graduated high school. So hey, you can make and they just make them walk around neighborhoods.
It's kind of like car
Selling
sales,
alarm.
man.
Door to door.
The money's in the service when you do a car, right?
Yeah,
It's in there, like bring it back and like we stamp the book and everything. You know how that works, right?
right,
That's where all the money is, really. But when they sell you the car, they don't make that much on the car, man.
right.
They make a lot when the thing comes back in for oil changes and all the stuff that goes wrong. It's the same thing with this thing. Like the money's in the monitoring, and they're like, "Oh, you should have a motion sensor here."
So
should
do
have one
you
here.
listen to this guy? Because
Oh,
I've gotten to the point
dude, I fucked with him.
where I
dude.
just hang up on
no,
people.
you should start fucking with him because it's way more fun, man.
What'd you do?
No, I just started fucking with him. I was like, yeah, well, I'm gonna, I like my system. And he's like, well, I'm gonna send someone over to you to show you the system. And I'm like, why would I want to see something I already have, dude? Like I have it here in my house. He's like, it's okay. He'll answer all of your questions. I'm like, I don't have any questions though.
That reminds me of that call that was going viral the other day with Verizon.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Sorry, with Comcast.
Comcast.
Where the
Comcast.
guy just wouldn't get off the phone because you know what? I used to work in one of those call centers,
Holy
and
shit,
they
dude.
rate you by how many minutes you're on the phone, how many people you can get to do it.
Was this when you were back in India?
This was
This is an actual call, man. It went viral like a week ago.
this was back when I was in college, and it was good money. I was selling this service called 1010 ATT. I don't know if you remember it.
What the fuck is that,
But you
dude?
dial this is back when long distance was not
it was
free.
like 1-800-COLLECT, like
yeah,
that type of deal.
it was like 1-800-COLLECT, but you dial 1010 ATT, and then you dial your phone number, and basically they'd be like 5 cents a minute, and that was
Yeah.
cheap as hell back then. If
Yeah.
you're calling to like anywhere in America, right?
You were selling that thing?
Yeah, but what they wouldn't tell you is it's 5 cents a minute, but minimum of 10 minutes
Oh shoot!
and $1.25 connection fee.
Really?
So we would just call up and be like, yeah, it's 5 cents a minute. We get all these like really old people. If you want a
fuck,
hard
dude.
job, get that job because you're in a call center calling people in New York okay, at 6 in the morning, their time zone. You're waking them up like, hey, basically what they do when they see that you've used 1010 ATT before, they would put you in a database, and then you'd be calling everyone who's used. So a lot of the people would be like, I got your bill, and it was like $800.
Oh,
I can't
shit.
believe you didn't tell me about this connection fee. You know, you can get past it. But basically, if you get to the last stage,
Yeah.
then they take you to another stage where it'd be another person that would like actually do the deal,
Right.
and you'd lose a lot of them there. And then if you lost them there, it would count against you real bad. And then you'd have to call them back, try to get them again.
Who would want that deal?
Fuck,
It
dude,
was
that's-
it was the most miserable job.
Really?
Oh, I did it.
This
I
is the
was
most
making,
miserable you've ever had?
It was pretty. I don't know if it's I would say it's the most miserable job I had. And I really liked the guy I was working for. And because I was so good, he wanted me like to stay. I just couldn't do it. I was pulling in good money for a college kid that only worked a few hours.
How much were you making?
I don't remember the exact amount,
Yeah.
to be honest, but it was like Saturday and Sunday morning till afternoon.
Uh-huh.
And it was enough to where I was like, this is the best money I've ever made in my life.
That's hilarious.
But I felt bad. I just knew I was ripping off people. It was
Yeah, dude.
MCI WorldCom.
Oh
and if
my
you research
God.
them, that's
yeah.
the company
They
that
went under.
They went
they're
under
paying
because
around
the
anymore.
CEO was just ripping everybody off. He was throwing these parties. Just Google it. Go to YouTube, type in MCI WorldCom parties. And he had like fountains like shooting champagne into the air. All sorts of stuff. Yeah, and everybody there was if you knew how to sell,
Yeah.
you were making good money.
That
there.
was a big deal, kind of like Enron. Like before Enron, it was that one.
Wow.
I want to say, right?
That's
Enron was like
WorldCom.
97 or something like that. Something like that. Anyway, no, actually, it was like 2001 or 2002.
Yeah, if you just type in MCI WorldCom, there's in YouTube, there's a bunch of articles.
Sounds
on
like
just,
Wolf of Wall Street kind of stuff.
It's basically was like
Yeah.
they had like naked women running around at the parties. The parties were insane.
You went to the parties, man?
I didn't go to shit. I was in a strip
making
center.
money.
Some
You
call
don't get
center.
to go
motherfucker.
Actually, you know where the strip center is? It's where Rackspace is now
Oh, yeah, that place is
in
a
Austin.
shithole.
That was the strip center.
That place is a total shithole.
So every weekend I'd be with my boss Richard Rodarte.
Oh my god.
Good old Rich, man. Good old
And he
Rich.
kept calling me, you got to come back. I just couldn't take it. My roommate still worked there for a while. But
Fuck that dude.
you know
Slave
what?
soul.
We got a good guest this week,
get him
and I think we should get him on. Hey, can you get on the first guest? Let me play a little clip here because this guy's from Washington. Hey, CMFK, cut to my screen with my laptop on there. Do you see it? All right. Basically, it's the guy. He was the first guy ever to buy weed in Washington whenever weed went legal.
Yeah.
So this guy just showed
How
up
does he know he's the first of all?
because
I should probably be asking him this,
because
right?
all the press were showing up at this particular line, and
But it's all of Washington, isn't
so
it?
yeah, that's a good question because there was like 10 different stores
Right.
selling weed. But anyways, he made the news because he was just he looks weird.
Oh, he was the first in line too. Like,
Yeah.
all the way.
He dressed all like in tie dye, and he's just a strange looking guy, kind of not really strange, but he's unique. He stands out.
Interesting.
And he had been camping out for 19 hours
Wow.
just to be the first in line. Plus,
That's
he was
that's a good first in line though, man. You get people waiting to be first in line for an IKEA chair sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
a plastic IKEA chair.
Hey, all you got to
That doesn't
be,
make any sense.
you got to click on it on my
Oh, this
screen.
guy looks eccentric, man.
Yep.
Yeah, you're good. You don't have to maximize it there. Yeah, but anyways, so sorry, we're still coaching CMFK on how to use stuff. What I meant is get his Skype up there when you call him. So anyways, this is him in line, and basically what happened, the news covered it so much that everybody, it was all national news. The first guy in line, blah blah blah. He was a security guard at a company.
So that's him right there. We were looking right
Yeah,
at the screen.
I think they might have fired him, but check it out.
What'd you get?
I ended up getting 2 grams of the sour kush because I am a sativa hunter, and this was the more predominant sativa available right now.
What are you gonna do now?
I'm going to go to my house and host a little after party and smoke myself to sleep because I've been hanging out here for 16 hours.
He don't give a fuck.
Yeah, no shit.
Talk about the historic day for.
Very historic day. It's gonna start taking the money and from the negative and putting it to positive, and quit decriminalizing good people. We're gonna start taking the money and doing good stuff, and people are gonna see where their money goes. I think it's just gonna roll. It's gonna snowball. First day, starting it here.
Did you have to take work off or anything to come out here?
I did take the day off today. No regrets.
I don't like the press because
That's
I feel
funny.
like they're always trying to set you up.
Oh yeah.
They're goading
Oh,
you,
yeah.
and they don't care.
It's leading questions. They get you leading ones, but the human being always wants to talk more about themselves. They know how to do it.
Don't you think like they could care less if you lose your job, if
Yeah.
your life falls
Don't care.
apart?
Absolutely, anything for the story, man.
If they know they can ask you a question and it'll get them 10 seconds of their boss patting them on the back saying good question,
Yeah.
they could care less if your entire life falls. I hate the press.
Especially these days when it's all sensational.
You should like the press because we cover some of the things that the press gives us.
Run 'em up.
Press are okay.
They're
I'm glad
zooming
you
in
all
on his
finally came
weed.
out. Where were you last night? This ain't Star Wars. This ain't Dunkin' Donuts. This is weed, and I was the first.
Oh
Can I get a
man,
close up of that?
Can.
here comes the close up. Oh my God.
Farmer J's.
Jeez.
What is that? 20.4% THC. That's crazy, man. The weed over there now is got a lot of THC too. I heard back in the day, like it'd be like 1, 2, 3%. 20%.
So is this him right here?
Oh, there he is.
Green.
There he is. We were just playing. Hey, Mike, do you hear us? Oh, we don't hear you. Hold on. CMFK, what are you doing?
Oh no.
There we go. What'd you do?
No, I think it was on his side.
Okay, cool. No, we were just watching that video of you where the press was show. Hey, is he centered in there? Yeah. Okay.
Kinda.
Hey, get a little to the right.
All right. There
All
you
right.
go. There you go.
That looks good right there.
There we go. Perfect.
Looking
All right.
good, Mike.
No, we
Looking
want
good.
you to look good on YouTube too. So Mike, you're at your friend's house right now, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. So let me ask you this, man. Are you angry at the press for what happened?
No, I didn't expect to happen. They kind of rolled with it, and they turned me into their poster face. And yeah, wasn't expecting it to go bad. I just wish they wouldn't have maybe found out who my employers were, and they did that on their own in the beginning. And
Well, I think your face all over national news, your employers would have figured it out at some point.
yeah.
But I honestly, man, I don't like the press. I feel like they set you up. Like this was just a guy sitting. Were you trying to kind of get press, or what's the deal? Because
No. When I went down there, I just wanted to be the first guy. I had an opportunity to jump down there. And no, I didn't expect the media until they started showing up for the 11 o'clock news night. And I was like, whoa, this might be something bigger than what it is.
So you were a total of how many hours at the in line waiting out there?
Yeah, I was out there for 20 hours.
Geez. So did you just pick the right store the press was going to be at?
No, well, it was the only store that opened here in Spokane. So it was kind of a big deal. It was the only one to go to.
Hey Dizzle, for the people out there in YouTube land, what happened to him through the press? Like, why don't you explain that real quick, because you're leading into something, but maybe they don't know what you're leading into.
Well, basically, because of the press, you got laid off from your job, right?
Yeah, they had seen some of the clients had seen me, and right when I got home to smoke that marijuana legally, they'd call me like literally 10 minutes after I'd smoked. So it was kind of a bummer.
Fuck,
But
man.
come on, Mike, you should have known at like didn't you feel like okay, I shouldn't be on camera here because you're what, a security guard at the time?
Well, a job comes it's a job is a job. But getting that title was worth it. Once we started, I wasn't going to give up my number one spot. Just
So
because of
what
the
is
news.
your title?
What is my title?
What was your title?
Well, I was a security guard.
No, I'm
and I
saying
worked in
you're really proud of having the title of the number one guy. I mean, is that in Wikipedia or what's?
Well, I've always been in the industry here. I've been part of the scene here for a while. So I just want, a lot of people know me. My tie-dye T-shirts are famous throughout here, Spokane, and I just wanted to be known as the first guy to buy here in the Inland Northwest, Spokane. Nobody could ever beat me, and I reached out and won it.
This is like the Black Friday sale at Walmart, but just for weed, like people lining up.
We were telling people that we don't line up for Black Friday, that we lined up for Green Tuesday.
Green Tuesday.
So why did they pick Spokane, Washington? Is that like the capital? I don't know much about Washington other than Seattle. I love Seattle.
Well, Seattle and Spokane couldn't be more different. We're on complete opposite ends of the state there. They're on the coast. We're closer to the border of Idaho here.
But why was the news in Spokane?
Why was the news in Spokane?
Yeah, why wouldn't they be in like a place like Seattle?
Well, that's what I was wondering. You know, there's a lady in Seattle. She was 65 years old, and she lined up just as long as I did. I'm not too sure why they bombarded Spokane. Maybe it's less of a, I don't know, maybe more of a controllable crowd. Maybe those guys in Seattle weren't newsworthy. I don't know. I mean, we had people from the Associated Press. We had Al Jazeera News Network down there.
Al Jazeera.
Yeah.
What?
Al Jazeera.
Yeah.
You've got an international presence now.
This guy's about to have a jihad in his brain. I'm sure he smokes his shit.
Did Al Jazeera interview you?
Yeah, I talked to a nice lady at the end there. Yeah.
Jeez.
How does that work though? If like I guess like a news crew sees that there's a news crew talking to you, do they all just line up to go talk to you?
Yeah, what happened was my local news, Channel 4, the local guys, they did an interview with me at their 10 o'clock and 11 o'clock news hour. And then everybody had seen that footage of me sitting there pretty much by myself being like, where's everybody at? Come down here and camp out.
Yeah, but
so it went viral after that.
You're quite a character, so they probably just like zoomed in on you and were like, oh, we got our guy.
Well, once it happened, I completely accepted it. I was like, all right, I'm not leaving. You guys obviously want to do something with this. Let's make it work, And I always like to be a good face for the marijuana industry. I'm a pretty responsible person, and I can articulate well. So I figured, why not? Let's jump on this. None of the other guys in line were even interested in talking to the news. Number 2 and 3 really didn't want to talk. And a lot of the other guys, once the news people would come out, they'd hide. They'd turn around and they'd run right back to their vehicles.
This sounds like what I would do.
Yeah, he doesn't strike me as like a typical pot smoker. Like a typical pot smoker, I'm thinking like sometimes dreads, like completely unkept. Like you look pretty kept up. I mean, except for the tie-dye shirt. I mean that kind of signifies the marijuana thing to me a little bit, and the stuff in your background now. But
yeah, here's the thing too. I don't like wearing pot leaf T-shirts around. I don't wear like marijuana. That's a new development. Wearing all these new shirts I've been getting. I don't like waving that shit in front of the kids' face. I mean, they shouldn't have to go to the store and look at me on that. So I have a hard time dealing with like the blatant stoner stuff. But wearing my tie-dye is what it is. It just symbolizes let's have a good time.
What about things like High Times magazine? Did you get featured in there, or how did that?
Yeah, well, not in the magazine yet. I was in their news articles there, and High Times is getting ready to do a cannabis cup here in Seattle, and we officially filled out the paperwork so I could be an official for that, like a judge.
What is a
cannabis cup?
Yeah, tell us real quick. What is that?
The cannabis.
I don't know what they're gonna do. I imagine it's gonna get the cannabis cup in Amsterdam is where everybody gets together and see who has the best pot.
Okay, so like there's growers
it's like a barbecue cook-off, except they just have a bunch of weed everywhere, right?
Yeah, who's got the best weed? And
how do you know what's the best if you're just going around and you're still high the whole freaking time? Like, how would you know?
That's what I'm wondering. It's gonna be interesting to see how they do this.
I don't get it, man. Like, how can you have like they have to have completely not stoned people and like a whole bunch of them,
I've heard before is they give you like the 20 different samples, whatever, and then you have like all day to pretty much try them out, and each one has a card, and you're supposed to wait like a half an hour between each one or something, and you
have pretty much all. Smoke weed, doesn't it keep you high for like 4 or 5 hours?
Dude.
Why not? Send me over there. So we're trying to be a judge for that, see where that goes.
They smoke the first one, and then they eat they eat 19 other ones. They just eat it.
The first one was really good, man. I can't tell you about the rest, right?
Hey, CMFK, you had a question?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was wondering, like, how did you get off work to camp out? And, like, how long did you camp out there?
Well, I'd planned it about a month in advance, and at the time I was working 3 part-time jobs, and I had them all across the board. Got the day off, and I showed up down there about 7 o'clock p.m. the day before, and just decided to sit there.
You know, you sound like a really intelligent, smart guy, like, but I noticed like you keep calling it jobs. Like, are you not interested in a career at some point? Do you? Because I'm just speaking for me. I'm constantly worried about my future and like,
oh yeah,
what am I going to do 10 years from now?
My life's interesting right now. I worked in the steel industry, then I hurt myself in that, so I got out of the steel industry. And now since I've been rehabilitated, I've just been kind of making things happen. So I normally just stay really busy. I'll work whatever kind of opportunity you got as I'm trying to advance more into the careers. I wanted to get an associate's degree in security administration, but with all this, I don't know where that's going to go. So
yeah, well, I noticed you have a Craigslist ad. That's how I contacted you. You have a Craigslist ad, and it basically it's looking for a job, right? That's what your ad is.
Now that this has happened, I'd like to get a job in this industry. If it's going to be here in my state, I might as well be a part of it.
You're gonna have to, because his ad starts out. It says, "I'm number one." What does it say? It says, "Still, always number one." Bought the weed first in line, looking for a new job.
That was gonna be my remark to him. Like, if you care a lot about this kind of stuff, then become it. Why fight? Why be a security guard when you have passion for this? You want to educate people on it. You know the dosages to take. You know how to responsibly market yourself, or wear these certain shirts without pot leaves all over them. Like, why not make a guide, or like start something your own way? And
yeah, you've already built a name for yourself. And here's something I noticed.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
here's what I noticed about him. Okay, can I give out your YouTube page for our listeners so they can add you?
Yeah, go ahead. I think that's why I'm able to articulate for the camera, because I normally cuss and swear quite a bit.
Oh, you
I'm
can.
able to somehow turn it off on a dime.
No,
I was wondering how I did that. Because I used to make those videos.
No, this is the internet. You can say whatever you want. Whip your dick out. We've done it before on this show.
Don't do it.
You don't have to do that, Mike.
No, we're not asking you to do it. We're just saying it's okay if you do. We can do anything. But no, his YouTube channel is Leather Book Video. Leather Book Video. So, Adam, what I noticed is you got quite a bit of subscribers. You got like almost 3,000 subscribers, right?
I think I should be closing in on 3,000 or 4,000 subscribers, and I'm almost at 3 million hits.
So you need to give that out, and I got an idea for you.
Dang, man.
Why don't you go and start reviewing like weed stuff? Do reviews for bongs. Do reviews for like the new vaporizers. Because here's what I'm noticing. When I Google like reviews on different types of bongs, vaporizer stuff, when I research for the show, what I'm noticing is people just don't have any personality. They're just have bad video quality, bad audio quality. If you can figure that shit out, Mike, you might be the guy people will go to for reviews on weed stuff, because it's a big industry that's about to pop, and you might be the guy that they go to for the advice, because you have this to build on. I think you need to keep working on that YouTube channel. I looked at your YouTube channel. I had a question, because I see some videos from like 3 years ago where you have like a freaking 100 marijuana plants in your house or wherever you're growing this stuff, and you're teaching people. Was that legal back then, or were you illegally growing this? I don't understand.
No, back then when I was doing that, I was under the medical side. I had my medical permit here out of Washington, and it allowed me to grow 15 plants, and then I could take on somebody else's as a caregiver, and which allowed me to do 30. And I abide by that law like crazy. I would never overstep that.
Oh wow, that's amazing. Yeah, I didn't know what was going on, because like we live in Texas and weed is completely like they're throwing a guy in jail right now for life because they caught him with brownies, and what they did, he told them that they put hash in the brownies. So they said, "Oh, we're gonna weigh the entire weight of the brownies, the batter, the butter, the milk, everything, and that's how much hash you had on you." So they're trying to give him life in prison.
My friend got busted with bong water, and they used the water in the bong as weight against him.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy? It's this DEA, man. They're just like trying to make money, and they know it's over. So
it's not harmful for anyone else. It's not harmful to yourself. So like why? And everyone enjoys doing it. That's the craziest part about the law. Is that
I've been picked up by Safer Arizona, and those guys do the marijuana is safer than alcohol program. So I'm kind of supporting that. I'm not saying that everybody should stop drinking, but it is a little bit safer. You know what I mean? You can smoke weed all day, but you can drink for an hour or two and be done. So
yeah, we're drinking Stash IPA here from Independence Brewing Company in Austin, Texas. And you know what? Like, I'm not a big fan of alcohol personally, because the amount of damage it does to society as far as just people crashing their cars and killing people, you're not going to find that with weed. You're not going to run.
And same with the kids. The kids would rather hang out with stoned parents than drunk parents, and I see that in them.
Yeah, when you're drunk, you're abusive, you're angry, you're fighting. Not always, but a lot of times, and you definitely can't drive.
That's why we got picked up by this new HR 499 campaign. That is the petition we're sending up to the federal level. We're trying to start a benchmark at 10 million signatures. We're trying to get it off the scheduled drug substance. We're trying to bring it down to the same standards as alcohol and let the states do their thing. We're trying to make it federally decriminalized, and that's why we're trying to get people to sign that 499. I'm really happy to be part of that program. These guys picked me up.
Is there an easy web page that our listeners can go to if they want to support this initiative?
Yeah, it's support HR 499, all one word, supporthr499.com.
Okay. And what exactly if we get, let's say we get 10 million signatures, is it legalized? I mean, what happens next?
We're trying to get 10 million, and then after there, depending on the flow of how well it's going, we'll either submit it or keep getting more signatures.
And
As soon as we hit 1 million, I am getting a HR 499 tattoo as part of the publicity for it. So.
And how many total signatures are there so far? Because I'll go sign this.
We just launched on Monday, so we just started this whole campaign on Monday, and we've already got over 1,000 signatures.
Okay, and we'll tweet it out, and we'll get it on our page, and we'll put it on the bottom of this video.
Yeah, plus I answer phone calls all the time for anybody who ever wants to call me. We're about ready to get 1-800-420-MIKE is going to be my phone number.
Oh, my God.
Just
Do a podcast, man. You should just do a podcast.
We should visit you if we're in Spokane sometime. How far is Spokane from
Spokane?
Spokane. How far is Spokane from Seattle? Because my sister lives in Seattle. I'm always there.
Well, come over here.
Is it a good drive, or how long is it?
4 hours.
From Seattle to here, it is about a 6-hour drive.
6
Hey, I'll do it just to hang out with you.
It's all one straight freeway, though. It's all down the same freeway.
And I'm sure it's a beautiful drive because everything in Seattle is beautiful, from what I know.
Yeah, you go. We got every geo formation here. We got rainforest, deserts, swamps, forests. I like to camp over here. That's why I like it over here. Everywhere I go in the world, I keep coming back here because I like the forest.
How long have you been smoking weed, Mike?
No, I think I started my first puff when I was in 8th grade and didn't really get serious about it until I was about 18. And then when I was in the military, I got hurt and I was hopped up on medication. That's why I got into the medical side. And then from there, I just realized I'd rather be smoking than drinking all the time. And now I'm just kind of stuck with it.
So, tell us a little bit more about what happened after you got on the news. You said about 10 minutes later you got a call.
Yeah, we were able to buy the marijuana at 2 p.m. Of course, I got out there as quick as I could. I got back by like 2:30 to sit down and start smoking. I literally just enjoyed my first bowl of that stuff. And my work had texted me saying, you got 24 hours to come down and submit to a urinalysis test. I said, what happened? I said, you guys saw me on the news. And they tried backpedaling a little bit. No, we're just doing it to everybody. And I said, no, you didn't. And they finally came around to, yeah, we saw you on the news. So I went down there the next day to take the test, and they had decided to go back on their agreement.
Wow.
They said, we had seen that you did have the day off. We're going to give you a whole day's pay, and you can have your job back starting whenever.
So what happened? Why didn't you take your job back?
What?
You didn't take the job back, right?
Well, I told them give me till Monday, and I've been on call with them, and I just been told them. I said, hey, I'm trying to ride this out right now. I do have another job at nighttime, so I'm not just sitting around not working. But so I'm trying to keep myself available in the daytimes and hanging out, living like a rock star, and working at night.
What do most people that smoke or potheads, whatever you want to call them? What's the number one profession that they have? Typically,
Potheads?
Yeah, like a typical pothead. Like what kind of profession would they be like associated with?
Well, honestly, I've seen potheads in every single profession. I've seen lawyers.
What's the most prominent? Like if you're lawyers could be like 1 or 2%.
I know a lawyer that smokes pot.
That's great.
Most likely customer service. I'm thinking customer service.
Customer service. So that's right.
I know this one guy. He's a pharmacist, and he would go out between like breaks and go get high as hell in the parking lot, and then go back in and fill prescriptions.
Well, people shouldn't really be doing that. If somebody asked me, have you ever smoked at a job? Well, depends on the job. If I'm out there raking leaves all day or something really stupid, then maybe, yeah. But I usually like to keep it really professional at work.
I hate raking leaves. That is pretty
Admit it. Have you smoked weed being a security guard?
Have I ever smoked weed being a security guard?
Not like have you been kind of high and walked into work as a security guard?
Yeah. You ever been a security guard? It sucks.
Hey, let me ask you this. If you're a security guard, because I've always wondered, because Metalhead, this guy that comes on our show, he jumps between jobs a lot, and some of them are always security guard jobs. So my question is, if a security guard comes with you with authority, like, hey, stop, can you just tell him fuck off and just run away?
No.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you can. See, I'm a really good security guard because I could talk you down out of any scenario. I will be your friend, but very authority. Hey, dude, I understand why you're digging in the dumpster. Take your tweaker ass out of here.
Yes, but there's really nothing they can do, right? Like if you just run away, they can't do shit.
Oh man, I can't do anything. Yeah, see, the thing is, I'm not like a bank security guard. I'm guarding cars and people from breaking into dumpsters and crap like that. You know. It's like,
Have you ever been so high and then you see someone breaking into a dumpster and you're like, the hell with that?
oh,
Have
No?
you been
Oh.
so high that you just go dumpster diving because you're hungry?
I pulled a tie-dye T-shirt out of a dumpster one time. I saw it sitting there. I was like, well, I can't. Let's let this go to waste.
It's not the one you're wearing, right?
Negative.
So, why have you got any response back from your ads on Craigslist from the weed industry?
Yeah, I've
or
had
anything?
quite a lot of job opportunities, everything from public relations, in the media. Some news outlets offered me a whole bunch of general labor jobs. I'm working with this public relations guy right now. I do have a guy here in Washington that is going to be licensed to start growing the stuff legally as a provider for the state, and he needs a head of security for that. So we've been discussing with him. He's about 2 months out from getting his permit.
That'd be a perfect
My
job
goal
for you,
would be,
man.
I'd like to be a bud tender, though. I'd like to really be a bud tender. I think I could serve people up good weed for them.
What's that pay?
Whatever you want to give me, man. I'm selling weed and being happy.
What are you looking at? You
hilarious.
don't have any kids or a wife or anything, right?
No, me and my girl are separated. And I do have a daughter, and I get her 50% of the time.
Okay. Yeah.
Can you talk more about being a bud tender? Are there actually like weed bars out there, or are you just talking about like?
We
dispensaries?
have a hash bar that's getting ready to open up here in Spokane because you're not allowed to smoke the shit legally, but you can smoke hash apparently. So we got a hash bar opening up.
Oh, what would the layout of a hash bar be like? Like you
That's
walk
what
in.
it's big private booths is what it is. You kind of go in, you go up to the nice lit desk area, you get your product, and you go back to your own little private booth area and partake in your hash.
So it's not like a bar where you're kind of sitting around with other strangers and maybe like walking.
No,
up to
at this
people
point
and
they're trying to
talking?
keep it really quiet. It's just a matter of time though until we start seeing these pot clubs popping up and party
clubs.
houses.
So wait, do
I
they
can't
go
wait
like,
for that.
do they go like, hey, bud tender, I'll take 19 brownies for 19 of my friends right here. We're going to shoot this stuff. I mean, it's not going to be like that, right? A bud tender
No.
doesn't like set a cup on fire and like blow it out and then give you your brownie, right?
We can probably. That's a good one. That's gonna be my first move.
tossing brownies.
Now
in
watch
there.
me burn the place down. No, bud tender, a good bud tender, this is what it is. Nobody ever asked me why I was buying marijuana. When you walk into the marijuana, hey, sir, what are you here for? Are you trying to sleep? Do you have pain? Are you trying to go mow the yard? Or are you just trying to get high and have a good time? Do you have $5 in your wallet? Do you have $100 in your wallet? What are you trying to do here? And then a good bud tender should be able to pair the right weed up to the right person. If it's his first time smoking, I don't want to give him the highest stuff we got. I want to
Yeah.
start him off small. I want to be able to make sure he's getting what he needs. That way he doesn't have a bad time at his house and he comes back and wants more.
That's awesome. That's
I
awesome.
wonder if he makes a YouTube channel based upon weed and all the crap that he knows about. Could YouTube and Google?
He's
be like,
got almost 3,000
No, but
people
what
without even putting
is
out.
that about-
like,
Watch some of my videos. I got the one where I explain about the difference between quality marijuana and not
cool.
quality marijuana.
Here's what I've
have-
noticed, okay? I don't know if you can afford good equipment, but like your video quality's bad, okay?
Yeah, well, that's why I quit doing it.
Your sound quality's not exciting, and your
Oh.
content, you can do a little better on the content, but you got a lot of people and you love this. If you just got better at
Yeah,
doing
that's
this,
exactly what you
give
need to
it-
do.
Here's a camera. Can you afford $69?
Yeah, I was thinking about getting one of the GoPros, though. What do you know
No.
about those?
No.
Get this
No?
camera. It's on Amazon. It's about 200 new, but they have one right now used. And if you go on before we air this show so no one else buys it, because I almost bought it. It's a Canon HS or 300 HS. And you can play it back. It takes video like you wouldn't believe. And the sound is amazing. And learn
Yeah.
how to get a program like Final Cut or something. Learn how to use that. And start reviewing shit. I'm telling you, and make it exciting. You'll blow up. You already got the
Yeah,
name.
okay.
And
It's
like,
not,
just,
that's my hobby. I like making videos. I don't know why I ever
Have
got
you-
out of it.
have you monetized your videos?
No, because at the time I didn't want to link my bank account with my marijuana grow op. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't think YouTube. that's not considered marijuana related business. You're a YouTube video producer. If you link that, you'll if you got 1 million views, that's like what, like $3,000, $4,000?
Yeah.
Yeah, you need to get monetized.
Yeah,
Bro.
start monetizing it and figure out you got to link it up with your what account?
Google AdSense.
Yeah, start doing that, and I think you might start doing really well doing that. You know, well, let me ask you
Yeah,
this,
I watched your guys' videos. I liked your guys' garage sale videos. I do that same stuff too here. I'm a big thrift store garage sale guy too, and I buy and resell as well.
Okay, well, if you go to themensview.com/flip, you can actually get 25% off Bonafide's book, and literally you can make over $100,000 a year if you apply yourself. So you might want to get that book. We might hook you up with a copy, but let me ask you this: where did you buy weed before it was illegal?
Man, here in Spokane, it's everywhere. You got 10 guys on every street. Everyone has weed in their pockets. It is abundant.
Was it good stuff like you're getting at a store?
We call Washington is known as the Evergreen State, and we ain't talking about those pine trees. Oh.
But you don't get to pick like, I want a sativa, I want an indica. You basically
that's the thing. Your guy usually has 1, maybe 2 strains, maybe some hash. That's one good thing about these stores is you're able to go in there and they got everything broken down and labeled completely. It's all been tested. You know exactly what you're getting, and that's why you could dial it in.
This is all stuff that's supplied in Washington as well, right? These are all growers in Washington.
It's grown here in Washington, tested here in Washington. All the money stays in Washington. The tax money goes to the schools and the police forces where all the money goes.
And I've heard like I'm so drunk I can't even remember my question. Let me ask you a different one. How much weed do you smoke a day, Mike?
Well, if I've been up to about 3-4 grams a day on good days, but I can normally get by off like 1 gram a day if I have to.
Don't you think don't you build a tolerance to this stuff?
What's that?
Don't you build a tolerance at some point?
You do, and that's the problem. That's why you should be able to fluctuate it. A lot of times it's not just to get high, it's just to kind of hang out, take the edge off, like people go out and have a cigarette or something. You step off, take a bowl or two. It's not about changing your mindset because you never know what you have to do. And that's not all about getting buzzed and whoa on the couch all the time.
Do you feel sometimes like, hey,
it's about that.
I might be addicted, I might to kind of slow down on this? Or do you purposefully slow down so you get a better high when you get back on?
Well, once you start spending, $50-$60 a day, it's time to, sometimes, hey, we got to time this out for a little bit.
Yeah, let's get into that a little bit. When it's legal versus illegal, what is the prices? What's cheaper?
It's extremely cheaper illegal-wise. We're talking it's $25 a gram. $25 a gram at the legal shops. On the streets, you can get it for everybody wants to say $10 a gram. So I mean that's $15 difference.
Wow.
And is it the same quality?
Yeah, it's pretty superior quality. The stuff out of the shops isn't the highest. I was lucky to get 21% THC. When I was down there today at the Spokane Greenleaf, they're the only ones open here in town. They had over 6 varieties on sale, all at $25 a gram. But their THC content was only averaging about 13%.
Wow.
And here on the streets, I can make a call right now and have some 30% stuff delivered.
So,
that's pretty interesting.
Are a lot of these guys run out of business because of the legal stuff, or are they still like flourishing?
Well, a lot of people are definitely concerned. I know some of the dealers, what they've done is they've lost some more of the legitimate clients. Some of the elderly folk that they dealt with now have the ability just to drive down to the store themselves. So, it is what it is. The underground market will probably always be around. But think about this. 90 years ago, alcohol was illegal, and you had to get that straight from the underground. And now how many people do you know has got a moonshine still up and running? A couple, right?
Yeah.
Not everywhere.
Right
on.
Now the lady Stacy Burke. Do you know who I'm talking about, Stacy Burke?
That the lady, the lady in Seattle there?
Yeah, for True Blue that you worked for?
Oh, yeah, okay, yep. The spokesperson for True Blue.
She said you weren't fired for buying pot. She said she wishes you would stop saying that. Do you have anything to say to her?
Yeah, well, see, what it is. They saw me on the news. They called me down for the drug test, terminated me for about 24 hours.
I don't know why. I believe Mike more than I believe this company.
Yeah, Kodiak Security, too. Kodiak Security keeps telling everybody I'm still employed. I've had to turn in my uniforms, my radios, my lock boxes. I got my last paycheck from them. I could be not any more or less employed from them. But see, here's the problem: is I think everybody somehow thinks I'm going to sue over this. This thing, I don't even want to bring the term
Mike,
lawsuit.
have lawyers
into this.
contacted you?
Yeah.
And I think, you know what? I think Mike should go with the
I think you
lawsuit.
should.
Because you know what? Here's the thing that's stopping most people from smoking weed. Because even if it gets legal nationwide, companies can still fire you because there's no legal precedent. You might be that guy that starts that legal precedent where a company cannot fire you for smoking weed or they have to rehire you. You should talk to these lawyers, man, because you might make history even more than being the first guy to buy weed. You might be the guy that because you know what? Most people, even if weed goes legal, most people are not going to be able to smoke because they're worried about their jobs. Because even if it's legal, a company, well, I guess if it's federally legal, they can't really do shit. But statewide, it's still being worked out in the courts. I say you go for these lawyers, Mike.
I just tried to keep the word lawyer out of it at the beginning. You know, once it settles down a little bit, we'll see where that goes. I would love nothing more to help protect other people in the future from their jobs out of this. And that's why I've stepped up with this. I've become a good face person for this. We've got the conversation rolling. I'm the first guy to have a company backpedal to say, wait a minute. I think they put out a public statement and said, yes, we know it's legal. We're sorry for doing that.
Yeah, I couldn't believe when I read that. I would have never expected that to come out of a corporation. But before we let you go, Mike, let me play your video because you talk about one of Metalhead's favorite things in the world, which is chicken McNuggets.
Oh, my gosh.
What, do you like chicken McNuggets? You look like a guy that loves chicken McNuggets.
Let me tell you the history behind that video. My buddy put a video on. He needed help. He's a big weed grower. He's like, I don't know what's going on. I need some help. There's something wrong. And he pans the camera with my chicken, he says. And then he starts talking about how his chicken's all messed up. So I was just laughing. I had some chicken nuggets there. I was like, I'm gonna copy his video and pretty much do exactly what he did, but with the chicken nugget.
Yeah. Well, here, CMFK, go to my screen right here. Are you on my screen? Yeah. I'm gonna play his chicken nugget video.
Hey everybody, another book video here. This isn't really an update video. I'm just asking you for some help with my chicken nugget. I've had it for about a half an hour now, and I normally eat all of my nuggets, but for some reason I left this one behind. When I was full, it was still just sitting there. It was in its cardboard box all alone, and at first I didn't see anything abnormal with this. Maybe it just wasn't its time yet, but upon thinking about it, I was wondering why I hadn't ate this chicken McNugget yet. I mean, he's crispy, golden, full of fake chicken, and just a hint of pepper. His balance is off, and he just kind of sits there, but I'm pretty stoned. So please help me figure out why there's still one chicken McNugget left. Okay, we did some research, and we decided to cover the chicken McNugget with new sweet chili sauce. Noticed how much more vibrant and tasty the nugget looks. And if you notice, this indented area here seems to hold a little bit more sauce than the rest of the area.
All right, that's a
Hopefully
definite
this will fix the problem,
pothead
and
video.
I can't see a chicken McNugget.
Oh, he's lighting up. Go to him. Go back to Mike. Go back to Mike. Mike, hey, can you light up again on camera?
All right.
There we go. You got him?
There he is.
Oh, feels good.
What
Take it in. Oh, yeah. it's
What are you
nutritious.
smoking, Mike?
It's good for you.
Tell us where you got it and what you smoking.
It is some Madagascan Thunderfuck coming out of the Evergreen Cannabis Club here in Spokane. Thanks for inviting me to the club, and I look forward to being a member.
That sounds dope, Mike. Hey, before we let you go, tell us a little bit more about HR 499 and where our listeners can go.
HR 499. We're about ready to take this all the way to the White House, ladies and gentlemen. It's time to jump on board and let everybody in the nation hang out like we hang out. We need to decriminalize marijuana. We need to bring it down to the same substance and level as alcohol. We need to take it off of the scheduled drug list. We do not need this as a scheduled drug substance. Why are people getting charged for felonies for a plant? And that is what HR 499 is doing. We're sending it all the way up. We're trying to get 10 million signatures as a benchmark. At the 1 million signature line, I will receive a tattoo. Stop by www.supporthr499.com, sign the petition, buy a t-shirt, and tell your friends to sign as well.
All right, Mike. Hey, I appreciate you coming on the show, man, taking up for the cause. CMFK.
Thanks, guys.
CMFK is very thankful too, brother. Man, if we're
Thank
ever in
you, guys. Look
Spokane,
forward to
Washington, yeah, we will hang out, man. All right, man. Thank you. Peace.
Come to Washington, hang out.
All right, Mike, we're out.
Later, Mike.
Peace out, guys. Bye. Number one.
Hang up. CMFK is still trying to figure out this software here.
He says he's using one freaking finger, dude. You have to go dual, man, on a MacBook Pro.
Right there. Do you see that?
I know, I'm looking right at
Mike doesn't want to leave. He's like, what the fuck is going on here?
it. All right, thanks, man.
There we go. CMFK is
You're
the
single
software.
fingering your mouse pad, dude. It's so much faster with two fingers. Yes, it is. You use one as executor. This finger goes right here. And just
Hey.
stop doing this double tap step. It takes
What
time.
the? I want to know what
Anyway.
Paulaconda's drinking.
What I'm drinking? I was just Hawaiian Punch.
Hawaiian Punch.
Hawaiian
High
Punch.
fructose corn syrup, Red 7,
Is that how you
and
get
water.
that body?
That's what it is right there.
Body by
How you get
Hawaiian
ripped.
Punch.
There you go.
So I got some emails here from fans since our last show. And by the way, if you're on YouTube, you want to watch us live and you're on iTunes, you want to see what we look like, or you want to just see the show on YouTube, because if you see that interview, it's very interesting. Seeing Mike on the interview,
Yeah,
and
you
he'll-
put a face to the voice.
yeah, and when he blew that weed out, smoke out, that actually looked pretty cool.
Okay.
So I like that.
That was crazy.
So yeah, if you want to see the actual show, just go to our YouTube page. If you go to themensview.com, there's a YouTube button. You just click on it, and it's on the right-hand side. Also, don't forget to support the show, because we're trying to take this big time, and if we're not making money off it, we're going to get bored pretty soon. So if you like the show and you want to support us, go to themensview.com and go type in themensview.com/Amazon.
Guys, Sport Martin's calling in.
Hold on, we got Metalhead calling in. Hit video on him. Let's see this guy, if he's there. Metalhead,
Dizzle,
is your
prospect,
is your camera
Dizzle.
is your camera
Yeah,
on?
get your camera working, man.
What?
Get your
What
camera
about down
on.
there? It says no cam. Is it on our side?
Well, I'm using another phone, but
You don't have a camera on your phone?
yes, I do got a camera on my phone.
Turn
so
it
that-
on.
man.
You prospects will never learn. All right, then. Well, just give me some time to load up my MacBook and everything so I can do everything.
All right,
okay?
call us back. Call us back.
All right, later.
All right, so anyways, like I was saying,
sounds like a
go
stoner.
to themensview.com/Amazon, and if you're buying stuff on Amazon.com, which if you're not, you need to, because why are you spending more money than you need to? If you're going to Best Buy, if you're going to Walmart, if you're going to any store that's a physical store, you're spending too much money, right?
Yeah, you need to. If you're gonna buy anything outside of like milk and cookies, then definitely go to Amazon for everything that you need.
Yeah, buy your groceries somewhere else, but eventually Amazon, even like in Seattle where Amazon's headquartered, they now ship groceries out. Like you just buy them and they show up in an hour with your groceries.
Really?
It's amazing. Yeah, my sister gets it. She gets the freshest. They pick the freshest fruit. It's just like perfectly packaged. It just shows up at your door.
Dang, man.
It's awesome. That's what the world's going to end up being. So if you want to get with the future, buy your shit on Amazon, sign up for a Prime membership, and you don't have to pay for shipping. Trust me, it's cheap. Their stock just dropped 10% this week.
They still have to pay for a Prime membership.
It's $99, okay, a year.
Okay.
But like, it's like they get Netflix for free. They get
Amazon
books
for
for
free.
free.
It's not Netflix.
It's not actual Netflix, but it's Amazon's version, and it's pretty good. Pretty much like whatever's on Amazon's on Netflix. I don't know if what's Netflix is on Amazon, but there's a lot of shit movies on Netflix anyways. Who watches half that shit? You know? So sign up for Amazon Prime, and you get your shipping for free. Their stock dropped 10% this last week because they're losing money, because they're giving away so much free shipping that it's not profitable. So take advantage of that. And then go to themensview.com/Amazon and just search for whatever you want in that box. Or if you already know what it is, then go to our site and just type it in and then buy it using the link that pops up on our site. Doesn't cost you any extra, and Amazon pays us a little fee. And that helps keep the show going, as well as hopefully we can upgrade our equipment and have an even more of a badass show for you guys. And if you want to buy Bonafide's book on how to make some extra money, just go to themensview.com/flip, and you're going to get 25% off the first book, or the book right now. So, and it teaches you basically how to make money. If you're unemployed or trying to figure out how to make more money, this is the way to do it. He basically tells you how to go to garage sales, go to like buy stuff off Craigslist, and then flip it at other places. Estate sales, all kinds of stuff. But the margins are crazy on it. Like I got, like even if you don't want to buy it, I got these badass like
LG.
Yeah, I got these LG HB700, I think is the model number. But these amazing like headphones that sit on your neck, they're like $100. I got it for $5. I could flip it, but this one I decided to keep. I just love it, man. But yeah, go to Amazon.com/flip and get 25% off Bonafide's book. So we're gonna wait for Metalhead to call in, but
hey, we gotta mess with him though. Let's like prank him. He doesn't know this is going on. He doesn't know if we try to mess with him, like what we're gonna say, right?
Yeah.
Why don't we mess with him a little bit?
Let's do it. What'd you have in mind?
Let's just talk about normal stuff with him, like metal, get him all like pumped up, and then let's like swing it into like I was at the Gold's Gym locker room the other day, and just like turn it in that direction and mess with him.
He hates when we talk about gay stuff or penises.
And hey, bring Paulaconda's dick on the show again. Show it to Metalhead.
No, so we'll start it with metal, get them all like excited, all right? And maybe even bring up that band that he won. What was it called?
The Mentors. They're not coming on the show unless you
get them all hyped up, man. Tell him he's the president and tell him all that kind of stuff.
All right, prospects. Let's read some emails here. We got one from Jerry. It says, "Great show, H Dizzle. Glad you're back. If you want even more variety of nude selfies, I use Bing.com search engine. Just search for nudies. Also, type selfie and the word Tumblr, and you will see more nude girls than you can handle." Several people have set up Tumblr pages. So that was from Jerry. Hold on. Before we get to more emails, we got Metalhead calling.
I'm trying to call him.
Oh, you're trying to call him. Is he online? All right, let's read another one. Here's on our YouTube channel. People that watch our YouTube videos. We got
the person whom you're trying to reach is currently unavailable. Please leave a message.
We got one here from Michael Perez. He says, video, fuck yeah. He's all excited that we're on video now. So if you want to watch our video, just go to themensview.com, and on the right-hand side, there's a link to our YouTube page. Or just search the Men's View on YouTube. And then Mike Swell said, glad to see you guys are back fucking finally. And then we got an email from Vicente Vasquez. He says, epic show. I'm going to get Bonafide's book. Show's a fucking hit. The video just makes it more epic. Gotta make Metalhead look at Paul's wang. God, I wish your shows were every day.
Wait, maybe we can't. Hey, maybe there's a way we can do it in this show where I can talk, Metalhead can see me, and then Paul will be behind me with his. Do it, dude!
Just on your shoulder.
No, like right, I won't look back, but like I'll leave the gap open here, and then in final cut.
Is Paul that tall?
No, get a stool. Hurry up, dude.
Hey,
I'm
get
serious,
a stool,
man. Let's
get
do
a stool
this.
and whip your wang. Oh no, he can't see us on YouTube yet.
Are you sure?
Yeah, he can't see us.
Feed, right?
No, but he'll see us on the video feed, and then on YouTube you blur it out through Final Cut.
You guys,
that's what I'm saying, dude.
You guys are kind of whoring Paul out, though.
No,
Paul, are you cool with that?
you didn't even consult the guy.
We'll look the other way. It'll just be you and Metalhead connecting.
I think we gotta ask Paul first. Do you want to whip your peanuts out?
Man, y'all crazy.
No, why don't you just be behind, like about to whip it out, and then Metalhead will be like, "What the fuck is behind you?"
Okay, yeah.
That's what I'm saying, man. Okay. But we focus this way, talking to him, and Paul will be behind me on a stool, going like
really
this.
slowly, getting his button undone.
Do you want a penis behind your back?
I see like all around my neck and shit. That would suck. No, look, I think it'd be funny. Like that'd be a really good way to mess with him.
Paul, are you cool with that?
Well, I guess we mess with him.
Where's that wood stump, dude? Hey, where's that wood stump? That's the perfect thing. That wood stump that's in your
thing's
living
too
room.
heavy.
That's too heavy.
There, we got a stool right here. Can you stand on? Hey, can you stand on this thing? Or
Paul's gonna crush that stool. He's so big.
That's what the video's all about, right? It's about messing with people.
Yeah. Let's see.
Oh God.
That's perfect.
Oh, this is perfect, dude. We gotta do it. We
gotta do it slowly, though, Paul. You gotta do it slowly, man. You gotta work
we gotta
that
get Metalhead on the phone.
Maybe.
Hey,
this is what I'll do. I'll get in front of him, and then throughout the conversation, I'll start
slide that chair. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So he won't be like. It'll be perfect. I'll just get in front of him. No, like he'll
it
start
doesn't
bringing his pants down, and I won't look though, and you won't look. None of us will look.
I'm not looking. I'll have to edit
And
this
you'll
though.
edit it through. But you'll put a black box over it. Or
But I
something.
have to look at it to edit it. Oh,
He
I've
won't-
seen
he won't-
100 penises.
All right, here we go.
Only on video.
Yeah, he's not gonna
not
show.
in
He'll
person.
do like half of it.
Fucking perfect.
He'll pull it down slowly until Metalhead says something, and
Yeah,
then that's when he puts it in.
Metalhead will say something
pretty sure
though,
he'll say
right?
something,
Yeah, he
right?
hates this shit. Yeah.
So when we see him calling, you want to run
Hey,
back there or
Get an angle where it's Paul
This is
and
what we'll do.
Metalhead on the same screen. Do you have that angle?
This is perfect, dude. We'll just say we need that light fix. Hey, check this out, dude. We'll say we need the light worked on real quick. Hey, Paul, just make sure that the light, and then he'll get behind me, and that's when I'll move in front of him. All right? I'm serious. I'll do this.
Okay.
We know how to do. I can do this.
You gotta
dude.
work it, Paul. You gotta work it.
Yeah, and then you start
Strip
doing.
show type of deal.
What's up?
Is there one with Bonafide, Paul, and Metalhead will be on? All right, hold on. All right, so Vicente Vasquez, you're going to get the fan of the week for sending in that email. We're going to send you some Men's View stickers and a care package. Last email, we got Money Mike saying, new studio looks awesome. I've been watching a lot of Opie and Anthony on YouTube, and I would say your show was more professional than them. I watched the show on YouTube twice. Amazing, and Woo comes out good on camera.
Oh, thanks, man.
So, yeah, if you want to send us email, go to theshow@themensview.com. Sorry, hdizzle at-themensview.com. That's our new email address, hdizzle@themensview.com. And also add us on Facebook. The link's on themensview.com. Add and subscribe to us on YouTube. We're going to be doing a lot of new videos. But we got Metalhead on the phone, so let's go to Metalhead. What's up, Metalhead?
What's going on, Prospect Dizzle?
Hey, where were you last week, man? We got kind of an issue with you here. We did our first show, and you did not even show up. And you sent us this threatening voicemail like you were some kind of badass. And unless we get the mentors on the show, I'm not coming back on. What was up with that, man? I don't like being threatened.
So you really want to know where I was that day when I ended up calling you, like leaving you that message? Well, I just wanted to tell you, dude, I was on a date. That's
Okay.
why. So that's why, because really I was going to surprise the fans for the show. I was going to tell everybody about the mentors that they were going to come to the show. You know, that's why I didn't want to show up, because I was kind of more working like, on the emails, trying to set the date. So that way we can interview mentors.
So what is so great about this band, The Mentors? I still don't understand what you're making a big deal out of this.
Well, look, let me just tell you like a little story, dude. Check it out. I took this girl out. I don't know, because I don't know if you still have that picture of her.
She sent me a picture of this
picture.
old lady, and he's like, "This is my new girl."
Oh shit! I
like
wanna
she
see
had
that.
all
Yeah.
gray hair.
Fuck yeah!
Was it dyed gray? Maybe it was dyed gray, bro.
No,
Hey, I like
it was
that.
the
I
old
like
lady.
that.
You
It was
like
the
gray
old lady.
hair?
Awesome.
Why do you like gray hair,
Why
dude?
not? I got gray hair, dude.
It was like a
We're
60-year-old.
talking like Metalhead. How old is she?
How old is your
How
new
old
girl?
is this girl, Middlehead?
She was probably like later in the late 40s, man.
Hey, that's not bad though, man. He's working the MILF angle.
How did
my
you meet
God.
this girl, man? You
Well, anyway, what happened was
think
just,
she's running around town like, I met this young hunk. You got to check him out.
She's probably like a metalhead inside herself. She's like, nobody's gonna ever go home with me.
Oh man,
Maybe, I don't know.
Can we see this girl? I want to see a picture of her.
No,
Is this
I don't know if
possible?
she wants her picture.
Oh,
so.
okay, never mind then. We can't do that.
Metalhead, where did you meet this girl?
Prospect, when I ended up, well, the thing was just like I took her to the mentor show, because thing was like I was kind of bored, and I just told her, I just asked her, I said, hey, look, I'm gonna go see the mentors. You want to go see them? Let's. And she said, yeah. So what she did was that.
Where do you know this girl from?
Yeah, how did you meet her? I want to hear this story.
I met her at a store, dude. Like, the thing was just like I saw her she was working at a store, because I went to go pick.
What kind of store? What store is this?
Just like a clothing store, dude. Any clothing store,
Okay.
Was it Ross?
It was like Old Navy, Hot Topic.
It was Ross, wasn't it?
Suit Mart.
Suit Mart.
Suit Mart.
Ooh, hey.
What were you doing in Suit
Yeah.
Mart? What do you need a
What
suit
is she
for?
doing in Suit Mart?
Well, anyway, like I just went there to go buy some shorts, and then we just started talking. So then I was kind of listening to the mentors on my iPhone, and then all of a sudden I just started talking to her, and I asked her, I said, hey, look, they're coming to Houston, and this Friday, so do you want to go? And she said yeah, and so
Was she
So
expecting like a heavy metal kind of like?
Wait, so you bought shorts at a Suit Mart?
That's what I was wondering too.
Yeah, fucking sure. Yeah.
Why are you buying
all
shorts?
kinds of clothes there.
Why are you buying shorts at a Suit Mart?
I mean, Suit Mart, they sell everything, Bonafide. I mean, they sell from suits to shorts to everything.
Skittles, man.
So then why do they
Skittles.
call it Suit Mart instead of like Short Stop or like?
Don't ask me,
Short
dude.
place?
I'm not the owner.
Maybe
Hey.
next time you go there, ask him and we'll see.
Metalhead, how did you approach this girl? Was she just like
But
working there,
anyway,
walking
let
around?
me just tell you what happened.
All right,
So-
yeah.
I think he's self-conscious on video. He's
No,
acting
No,
like
if you don't know
this-
anything about Metalhead, his tirades just go for. Like, let me just tell you real
I want to
quick.
hear. I want to
Real
hear
quick
it
doesn't
all.
exist in this guy's like vocabulary. Go for it, real quick. Let's get the real quick one.
So anyway, so I take her to the show, and like she wears like, well, when I go to her house to go pick her up, she's wearing like this big long black dress, man. It's, beautiful black dress, dude. Man, this girl almost looks like goth, man, to me. So then so then check it out. We get to the club, and I told her to get ready like around 8 o'clock, So I go to her house, pick her up, but we get there like around 8. We get there at 8:30. There's nobody there, dude. The whole club is like empty.
That's what I don't like. That he wants me to have this band on that he claiming will make us famous. Nobody's there.
No. 8:30 is also kind of early to show up to
Okay.
the show, though.
When does the mentors go on stage?
Dude,
Tell me
15
that.
people total showed
Wait,
up.
wait,
at
hold
that
on.
event.
Maybe the mentors go on at 11 and he
yeah.
showed up early. When do the mentors go on?
8:30
When
is
did
a
they
little
go
early
on?
for a show?
The mentors went on like around because they got there late. And what happened was the local bands, there were supposed to be 3 local bands that were supposed to open up for them.
Yeah.
But they ended up canceling.
Yeah, these
around 11.
mentors are so popular. The bands were like, "Hey, dude, we're not
The
showing up."
local bands, man. Damn.
Hey, so what time did the mentors get on stage?
They got up on stage like around, they took stage like at 10:30.
So from 8:30 to 10:30, how did you entertain this woman, this
Hmm.
40 whatever plus year old woman?
Well, this is what happened. When we're at the parking lot, I'm kind of thinking to myself, I said, damn, man. I was like, man, what am I going to do? Like, could really, like, I don't want to take her back home and then call it a night. No. So then I started asking her, I said, well, look, where do you want to go? Like, do you want to go out? Do you want to do karaoke? What do you want to do? And she was up for mostly anything.
Damn.
So,
Damn,
but
she liked you,
luckily when,
got
like
the
around,
songs, man.
I'd say like around 9:30, that's when they opened the doors. That's when, because somebody was in the club and they opened up the doors.
So
and I
you were
asked them,
hanging
like,
out in the parking lot
For
the whole
an
time?
hour.
Yeah,
No, they were
yeah.
waiting in line and they're the only people in line.
Yeah. There were like people waiting in line for the mentor show. So like we're kind of like
How
just
many
waiting,
people were in this line?
and we finally get there.
No,
How many people were in the mentors line waiting?
To be honest, there were probably about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, probably about 6 people, including me and her.
This is the band you're like begging us to get on the show? 6 people,
Dude.
including you and her.
He's almost laughing himself. Like I know you're almost laughing at this story.
I know, I am, dude.
We totally got him, man.
I think he's self-conscious on video.
But
Did you
let me
take
just
her
say,
home?
like,
Did you take her home or anything? Like what happened?
Hold
man?
on. We got to get through the show first, though.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay, so when we're in there, like I'm right there, like buying her the drinks and everything. Mentors get up on stage, which I got video.
Did the
Yes,
crowd
I
go
got
wild?
video, but I'm videotaping the mentors and myself having a good time. So
Because there's nobody else there to videotape.
Hey, man, a good time's a good time.
Well, hold on real quick. So like, what do you do?
So like right after that, I'm just having a good time. So then, like we're there having a good time, we're out there drinking, having a good time and everything. And then right after the show, we go out to eat. But in closing, the one thing about her was just she said she liked the group, but she did not like their lyrics.
Oh,
And I'm like,
Tell us some of these lyrics.
like right now, there's a song right now I'm listening to. It's called Golden Shower,
Oh,
So
shit, dude.
Are you serious?
Oh,
Are you
shit.
really? Why are you?
Paulaconda likes that.
Why are you listening to
I
that?
don't like that.
You never done that?
Like,
see,
it's not awful.
That's a sweet bass line. Huh?
Okay, that's
Golden
horrible.
Shower.
What are some other songs they have?
Huh?
What? Name another
You know
song.
what's funny? There's probably only 6 views on that video.
Another
It's
song,
all 6
right?
people on the line, dude.
There's The other songs are like White Trash Woman, and
Oh,
there's
shit.
4 Fs.
Hey, can you
What
read
are the
us?
4 Fs?
The 4 Fs: find her, feel her, fuck her, forget her.
Get her, yeah.
Can you
Oh my God.
read us like one of the lyrics of one of these
Paulaconda knows
songs?
that song.
I know that one.
Is that a song or is that a
That's
phrase?
just the phrase.
Are they better than Nickelback?
Dude, the Mentors. Let me just tell you guys about the Mentors. They've been around right before the PMRC, dude.
How did you know
was
they
right
were in
before
town?
Tip Report made the PMRC, before the parental advisory sticker
fuck is
was
PMRC,
around.
dude?
And check it out.
Parental
There
advisory?
was a chick right there, okay?
How
And
did
she
you
was
know they
going
were
for
in town?
Mentors. And what she did was that she interviewed me because I told her about the show. I told her, I said, hey, look, I got a radio talk show. It's called we're called The Men's View. And I told her, I said, hey, would you like to how would you like to be on the show and kind of talk about how you hang around with the mentors, And she said, yeah.
Yikes.
So the thing was, she asked me, she said, hey, do you think I can interview you? I said, hell yeah. So she gets the camera, puts it right in my face, and then she starts interviewing me about mentors, about rock music and everything.
Metalhead.
What?
So, I heard you lost your phone while taking a shit recently.
Dude, this fucking light, dude, is like on my head. Like I don't
Oh.
like it.
Which one? That one?
No, the light, like right. It's right.
That's right on my face.
I don't. Why the hell is that light like right?
I don't
there?
know. We're doing a video show and the lighting is just
And
wrong.
before you change the subject, bona fide.
Yeah.
When I was sitting right there talking with that woman, through the whole conversation, even though we went to the mentor show, I didn't say nothing about no heavy metal music. I was
That's
just
good. Hey man, that's
shit,
good,
look
man.
at that.
He
I
took our
just told her
advice.
about the only thing because
He's learning.
when I was at that bar,
Yeah.
I just told her about what does she like to do for fun, just like getting to know her. That's it. Because she even told me too. She said, "Hey, look, you know what?" She says, "I only like you as a friend."
Oh,
And I said, "Hey,
right
That's
there.
not
you know
good,
what?
dude. That's not good,
That don't
man.
bother me at all."
You don't want that. Anyway,
That's okay. Though.
what is Metalhead seeing right now? I've always wondered this. Like, if he calls on Skype, what does he get to see? Does he
Nothing.
get to see?
It's just blank screen.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
He doesn't get to see the show,
You can't see us, right?
No, I can't see y'all.
Yeah.
so we can't do what we want to do.
We can.
Because Dizzle,
can't.
let me just
It'll
tell
be
you.
funny,
Look,
But
let me
how?
just
He
show
can't see.
you.
When he watches it back.
Oh, it doesn't make any sense though.
Okay.
Let me show you. Let me just show you what's
Oh,
God.
Metalhead.
Look, see, look, that's where I need to go, right?
No, you're
Correct?
good. You're good. Hey, are you still a DJ? Is DJ Wish still exist?
What?
Does DJ Wish still exist?
Yes.
Well, so
You just showed us all that DJ.
When's the last time you had a DJ gig?
Last time I had a DJ gig was last week.
Hey, that's good. How much did that pay you?
Same price, 200.
That's pretty good. How many hours?
5 hours.
It's not that
want-
bad,
not
man.
bad. He's
They
making,
wanna
he's
give
making
it
all
over.
the money.
How far from where you lived was this gig?
Well,
Morris.
it was kind of probably about 30 minutes.
Oh, okay.
So was this the
big,
Indian
man.
That's
party
like
you
6
went
hours
to?
out.
Now, you want to speak about the Indian wedding, huh? So you really want to know about the Indian wedding, right?
How
Diz?
are you getting all these Indian people calling you? I guess because you're just cheap, right?
He's within the circuit now, man.
Dude,
I
I'm
don't
gonna
know by name,
Let me
DJ
just
Wish.
tell you-
DJ Vishnu now. He has to
DJ Vishnu is
DJ
coming.
Vish.
Vishnu.
DJ Vishnu is booked this weekend.
guys about the Indian wedding.
Just wear a
If-
dot on your head and do an accent when you do your
He passed,
spin
he
your
passed.
records.
So you guys really want? So Dizzle, you want to know what happened at the Indian wedding, right?
Yes.
Well, the thing was just the guy ended up calling me up. Okay. So when I got to the ballroom, I noticed that there was a black wedding right across from the other room. Okay. So I go in there, I'm setting everything up. The Indian guy, the pictures that you've seen, okay? Okay, I don't know, like you've seen the picture where it's him and his wife, right? Where they're and,
No, I haven't
and like
seen
I'm
that.
there in the middle, right? I don't know how like you've seen that picture. But that picture right there, that was the guy, well, he was really throwing it for his wife. Well, okay, so I set everything up, right? And the guy just tells me straight up, he says, he gives me a CD and he says, hey, I want you to play this. Start it off. Okay, no problem. I put the CD on. guess what? The first song plays Molly Cyrus, "Wrecking Ball."
No
And
way.
Nice.
I'm kind of thinking. I say, okay, well, this is like an Indian party. Why do Indian people want to listen to Molly Cyrus anyway?
She's
You know,
Indian,
do you know what Wrecking Ball talks about? So anyway, it jumps over to Katy Perry, "Dark Horse," and then it changes over like to Bruno Mars, "Treasure."
He took one
It's
look at
basically top 40 songs. Okay, so they
He
want
took
top
one-
40 songs.
Yeah, I think he took one look at Metalhead. Was like, I don't trust this guy. Here's a CD. Just play the CD.
Wait, so you just had to sit there?
But just tell you about the women, dude.
Oh.
I didn't care about the freaking, the family was coming in, dude. And I'm going to tell you right now, Dizzle, I don't know what's wrong with these women, dude. But these women, dude, when I was checking them out, because, okay, like the one in the green dress, that's the main one I like so much, man. And like, you know, I was talking with her to the whole time. But the main thing about these Indian women, dude, they had nothing, dude. They had no class. I mean, no.
What?
No. They weren't showing nothing, dude. They have no.
I mean, that means they have class.
It's nothing, man.
That's the opposite,
They
dude.
ain't showing
Yeah.
nothing, man.
You're saying they weren't showing any skin?
I'm over see, I'm over there going talking to them, right? Taking pictures, and I'm not looking at the camera. I'm looking at their dresses, and I'm kind of looking like, well, what? I mean, like, do these girls got ass? Does she have a chest? Does she, does she have a
Metalhead, you're
body?
walking around taking pictures. Is this part of the gig?
No, the part of the gig is like the guy overrode
But I don't
Metalhead
think
and gave him a
why-
CD,
why
so
does
he
it
gets to
wear
walk
that?
around, right? So there's no more work to be done.
He just needed some speakers, this guy.
Why do they wear that?
He rented some speakers.
He's like,
That
the
comes with a free
speaker rental
Metalhead.
is $400, but this DJ Wish guy's only $200. Here, play this fucking CD.
You're so right.
No,
You
dude.
know you were just the speakers,
No, why
right?
would
That's
wear
all you
that?
were.
How would an Indian person make that deal, dude, in the Indian voice?
Okay, let me see. DJ Wish is here. How much, honey? Are Bapre, this guy wants $400 for these speakers. This DJ Wish guy, DJ Wish only wants $200. He will stick the CD in as well. We don't have to hit play.
Oh, yeah.
We don't want to hear your shit.
You know you were just a speaker rental, right? At that point.
You want to know what was real crazy about that wedding prospect? I mean, like, so anywho, dude, I don't know, like, if you've seen the pictures on my Facebook, but there's me taking pictures with all the girls, and like, there's a little short girl. I don't know, like, you see that little short Indian woman. Well, when I'm like taking all these pictures, I kind of look at her, and I noticed that she had this big old diamond on her forehead, dude. I don't know what the hell she had on her forehead, man, but
It's called a
the main thing
tika.
was I was looking at that diamond, and you know, I just, out of the freaking rude, I just told her, I said, hey, you know, why do you have a big diamond on your forehead? And, you know,
Cultural
I don't mean to be
ambassador,
rude.
man.
Oh, God.
I mean,
You
like,
should have just rented the speakers.
why do you have like a big diamond on your forehead? Because I asked her, and then without the rudeness, she kind of like walked away. So then, like, I'm following her, and I told her, I said, look, man, like, you know,
Look,
I just
man.
want
Followed her.
what's that big diamond that you have on your forehead? You
You
know,
kept
why-
asking her
Oh my god.
after she walked.
I
You
said,
just ruined the
you know,
wedding.
I told her because she's like this.
It's a
If
bride.
you're engaged, it's supposed to be on the finger, not on the forehead, you know? I said, I don't know how y'all do it in India, but in America, we get married right here with this finger right here. You know, like we put a ring on this finger.
Is she like trying to change their ways or something?
You
like
just
while he's down
insulted
there?
a freaking Indian family
Hey,
right there.
It's a cultural
So
experience.
did
that
she
you
ever
kinda
answer you, like truly answer you, or you just running around the whole party trying to ask this question
just
to her?
following
No.
her around?
No, the thing, because earlier, and then she kind of left earlier. So, yeah, like she kind of left. So, you know,
She,
that's,
so bad,
dude, I love
bro,
that. She kind of left.
oh,
Like,
now,
like, she was gone,
She
dude.
was there, but mentally, dude, she checked
She
She
out.
probably
man.
thought you were
You know
going to
how
steal that
picture-
diamond.
okay, you know how in the picture
kinda answered
there's me and there's like there's the husband and like there's the wife, okay, right there, because I'm right there like in the middle, like on that picture. You can see it on my Facebook. Well, in that picture,
We'll tweet
I noticed
it out.
that like they were doing some kind of like, I don't know, traditional Indian dance where she has to sit down and like there's like all these group of guys, they're like dancing in front of her. It looks like a freaking lap dance or something. It looks like they're giving her like a lap dance or something. But what was kind of crazy was that she had a wardrobe malfunction, because I'm over
That's what
there,
he was
you know,
waiting
like
for,
I'm
man.
playing the music and I go over there and like these guys are all, they're all like around her. and I guess she had a wardrobe malfunction. So so she was wearing like this little gown, and it was from here to here. So I guess when it got popped out, it ended up taking off. And the one thing that when that thing came off, I promise you, Dizzle, that girl had a gut, man. Gut, man. I was like, I'm kind of looking at myself. I'm kind of looking at her. I'm kind of looking at myself. I said, wait a minute. Ain't Indian women supposed to have flat stomachs? And, because I understand they don't got no big boobs, because I've never seen an Indian woman like with big boobs, And, just when she was sitting down crossing her legs. And when that thing popped out, man, her gut was like up to here, man. Her gut was like right here. And I'm kind of like looking, I'm like, wow. So it tripped me out.
Was this the bride or what?
Yeah, she was the bride.
Man, you were looking for some
And
skin,
you just
though,
harassing the bride, following her around, asking her about the dot on her head.
Metalhead,
What's wrong with you, man?
What were you as the DJ? What were you doing in the wedding photos? Why were you taking photos?
Yeah,
with
he's
people?
got these pictures of him just grinning with these Indian girls, and they look disgusted.
No, because dude, like the Indian girls were hot, dude. They were pretty, and I wanted to take pictures of them.
Oh man,
I just wanted to take pictures with them.
They were okay with that though. The DJ just kind of like walking around, like snapping shots.
Yeah, just ruined the party.
DJ, stop doing that.
Somebody get this DJ away from me. Man,
yes.
Hey, so now you told me you're a bouncer at a bar now, right? That's your new job, like your regular day job?
Right. That's right. I'm a bouncer at a bar, man.
I think you're lying to us, because every time I ask you what you do, you're very vague. And then you never work on Saturdays or Sundays. So how can you be a bouncer? He's lying, right? I think he waits tables.
What
or
is he
something.
bouncing?
I don't think
That's
you could
it.
start a fight in that bar and nothing's gonna happen. That's what I'm like, this guy's gonna come over and be like, "Hey, man."
He's not gonna be able to do
I'll
anything.
say like
right?
this: if you guys walked inside that bar where I was working at, I can kick all you guys out, man. I can kill all you guys.
Right, dude.
Hey, let me ask you this though. Like, be honest. What do you really do for a living?
What I do for a living?
Yeah.
Well, you know already, Prospect, that I'm the president of the club. That's what I do.
No, what do you do? You're not. I don't believe that you're a bouncer.
I am, dude.
How are you not working Saturdays? What club is not open on Saturdays and Sundays?
Okay. You don't believe me because, number one, you never hanged out with me. You always want to hang out with Bonafide. You want to hang out with the Chinaman. By the way, Chinaman, let me just explain to you who I am. I am Metalhead. I am the headbanging, mosh thrashing, trash talking, out of control
Chinaman.
Metalhead. I drink beer. I listen to heavy metal music, and I love white girls. But luckily, Chinaman, I'm glad you
Wait,
Chinese, because if you was Korean,
I don't
would
understand.
ask.
Why is he a Chinaman? Why is he all of a sudden a Chinaman now?
It's fun, dude.
No, I just want to know. Huh?
Chinese because see, I saw the video. I saw everybody talking, and I'm like, "Who the fuck is the Chinaman?" Where the fuck did Dizzle get
Are you
the
really
Chinaman?
from China or no?
I'm from Houston, Texas.
He's from Chinatown, bro. That's what it was.
You know what, Chinaman?
Not even that, dude.
Say like this. You see, Chinaman, I noticed that the last show you were kind of like laughing at my message. Because you guys were talking about my message about the mentors and
Yeah, that was good.
I was going to be there. And then I noticed that you had a big smile, Chinaman, like that. You're like, oh, it's so funny. Funny, man. But you know what, Chinaman? You're lucky I'm not there because...
Oh, you would have fought me over that.
Dizzle to fucking kick your ass because if he wants to be the VP of the club,
Hey,
tell me about this club, though, dude.
Let's ask him about his favorite part of that podcast was. Did you watch the whole thing?
No, first of all,
dude, it was a good podcast.
I did not watch the whole thing because, number one, let me tell you why. The reason why I did not watch the whole thing, because I'm watching it, right? The whole beginning, y'all just talking all this bullshit. I don't even know what the hell y'all talking about. So, anywho, I'm just skipping because I see, okay, what are they going to say about me? What are they going to say about the president?
Who was our guest? Can you tell us who our guest was last week?
I don't know, some old guy, man, some old man, dude.
What was so special about him?
I don't even know, dude. I don't even.
It is like the headline of the YouTube video, dude.
Who was our guest?
Mr. Paulaconda.
But anyway,
Paulaconda.
That's what I'm saying, man.
So, hey, all right, Metalhead, do you want the mentors on or not?
Yes, I want the mentors.
Okay.
Dude,
so Here's the deal. If you want the mentors because you sold out on us last week, you got to take a look. You got to come in the studio, in Austin, and Paulaconda is going to whip it out, his penis. And you got to look at it for at least how many seconds?
Just he has to look at it.
How many seconds?
No seconds.
5 seconds.
He has to look at
5
it.
seconds.
5 seconds. Is
20 seconds.
Whoa.
20 seconds, dude. You got to stare at it.
His retinas are gonna burn out.
And you got to describe it to us in those 20 seconds, what you're seeing.
Can't look at it in the face.
We will do everything to get your mentors on.
Man,
if you do
he's
that.
nodding.
We want the
He's licking
mentors
his
on,
lips.
but that's what it's going to take. Are you up for the challenge?
He's licking his lips, dude. He's in.
Well then, Prospect Dizzle, if you want Metalhead, first of all, before I give you that answer, I'm going to tell the whole fans out there that there is a new Metalhead. And you know what? I don't care what people say about us. I'm just going to tell you that this year we are going to blow up, okay? Now, I know a lot of people... Now, I know, like, we get on the show, we talk about, you know, gay stuff and everything. We talk about who's got the biggest dick, who's got the biggest balls and everything, you know, who takes steroids and everything. But I'm going to think like this. We are going to blow up, okay? Because I'm going to tell you why. We're not gay, okay? We just joke around, people, okay? So get that through your thick head, because sometimes Prospect Dizzle will send me the videos and send me, like, the list, and he'll say, well, hey, Metalhead, read this. So I'm reading it, and some of the fans say,
Metalhead. Hey.
All right, we got it.
But it's true.
You got it. If you want to know what we're laughing at, you got on the YouTube show.
But
you
now,
gotta check that
Dizzle,
out.
you
Oh
want
my
to answer?
God,
want to
Paulaconda just went behind
I will
Bonafide.
go to the studio.
All right, Metalhead. Thanks for calling in, man. We'll talk to you next week.
For real? For real?
Yeah.
You're gonna turn me off like that? For
Okay,
real?
DJ Vishnu.
No, he can stay on for a little bit.
All right, you want to chill out? I'm gonna read the news here.
Dizzle, I'm gonna tell you right now. I will go to the studio, but you have to prove to me that you're a real friend, like you're really part of the brotherhood for me.
That doesn't make any sense.
Because how do I know if I go to Austin and I go to the studio and then we sit there, we chit chat, and then all of a sudden when the show's over, you throw me like a rock, dude. Because I know that, because see, that's
I don't know what he's talking about. All right, let's read the news here. Y'all guys ready for the news?
Yeah, I think I'm ready for the news.
All right, so Comic-Con has a sexual harassment problem. The female fantasy fans over there are complaining about creepy geeks groping them in their costumes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so a new group is demanding Comic-Con take a stand against sexual harassment. Many women are saying that some of the fans who attend Comic-Con are taking fantasy too far. An informal survey found that 1/4 of the women who attend conventions have been sexually harassed. Women report being groped, unwanted leering at, and being victims of obscured cameras. All right, kick him off, man. He's being a big problem. Get Metalhead off of there. Hang up on him. There we go. He gets annoying, man.
What the hell?
No, the Comic-Con, the cosplay thing, that's a big problem these days.
It's not a problem. Cosplay is cool.
What is this cosplay? I don't
You dress
understand
up
what
like
that...
your favorite like comic,
Video game,
character.
whatever.
You represent
Where do they
them.
get that word from, cosplay?
Costume play, I guess.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But yeah, a lot of girls like to wear very revealing costumes these days.
And they probably pose with people like next to them, and
Yeah.
so the guy like probably sneaks the hand.
I mean,
around.
it's
You know,
obviously
like
fucked up that the guys are, groping.
But these are
totally.
probably guys that are virgins.
Well, yeah.
They don't know how to get laid.
I think the virgins wouldn't do that really, because they wouldn't know how to handle themselves around a girl. I think it's kind of more the pervy guys that go in there.
Well, they're saying, like this one girl said, a 12 or a 13-year-old boy came up to me and asked if he could touch me. Said 19-year-old Marla Russell, who was dressed as Batman villain Poison Ivy.
Oh, see, that'd be a very.
But maybe
revealing
she had a
costume
lot
right
of
there.
like stuff on, like the Poison Ivy has like the pieces of like plants and stuff. But maybe the guy wanted to like.
Hey,
touch.
think about when you were 13 years old, though.
I would probably want to touch the costume, but
You
maybe
think
he
so?
touched like the boob or something.
But the whole upskirt thing, I've seen that in person.
that's fucked up, dude.
I went to like a Mardi Gras, and there's this creepy old guy just upskirting
fucked
women's,
up,
and I
man.
grabbed his hand, and I tried to hold him down, but he fought me off and just took off. And that was the creepiest thing I've ever seen in person.
Yeah.
Really?
Just doing an upskirt, yeah.
That's dirty,
He'd go behind girls that weren't looking, like go down real quick, take a picture up their skirt, and
You
walk
know,
off.
the creepiest thing I've ever seen was
What?
when I was at the Dallas airport and I was taking a whiz, and the guy next to me was taking a whiz, and he peeked over the divider.
did he really?
Yeah, he peeks over the divider, looks, and he goes, I was like,
What was your reaction?
I was like stunned. I was like, okay. He was a tiny, he was a Chinaman. Actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Jeez.
Yeah, I don't know. I was like,
I've had a Chinaman do that to me before too.
Seriously?
Yeah.
What's wrong?
That was a
He's a
student of
Chinese
mine
man,
though.
dude.
That was a fucking student of mine. It was weird.
Student of yours.
Yeah, I was just peeing in a trough, and he kind of came in and wanted to look at
Oh,
my
the
dong.
trough thing.
Are you
man.
serious?
Yeah.
Where was this trough? Oh, this was in China.
This was in China when I was back.
Yeah, I don't think Americans know the
he
whole
is
peeing in the trough
Pissing
thing.
in a in third world, not third world, but like in other countries, troughs are pretty
In
prominent.
India, yeah. I used
Right?
to pee in a trough, and you have to see people's penises.
You have to.
If
But,
you don't know what a trough is, just think of it as a urinal, but it's like 30 feet across.
in America.
It's
man.
like a
They
beer
have those
well
in
when you go to a
America.
country concert and they're serving you beer out of those like container well things with ice all in them. It's like that times 4 and linear.
I have been to one nightclub in Houston that had a trough.
Oh
where
yeah,
you pee.
no, they're all over the place, man.
So
America
other
as
guy
well.
comes up next to you and what does he do?
That's one of my students. He was like what, 12 years old. He was just like leaning in, and I kept on like angling myself.
How old were you?
over. 22.
So he was 12. He's just curious then, right?
Yeah, he's just curious, but still it's weird, you know.
You wait till
Imagine
you
if
get a grown up, dude. Yeah,
Paulaconda
wait till you get a
on a
grown up.
trough next to you.
Paulaconda, the whole thing breaks off like it's the ground. The urinal just breaks into pieces next to your feet.
Jeez. Have you ever peed in a trough, Paulaconda?
Oh yeah, they have them at like stadium places, football games, and all that.
And
He
do you
do-
make
no,
quite
no,
an
no.
impression on the people around you?
He lays it in the
Try
trough,
not
dude.
to get it all
That's-
out. You
He's
know?
laying it
You gotta get
in
it
the
out.
trough. It's in the trough laying down, and people are peeing all over it.
No, you just gotta
And
get
it
the
comes
head out.
it comes out of the trough
Yeah.
and like lays over it, and people are pissing all over.
You just gotta not get it all out there.
That's
for
the only
that
thing
sake,
Paulaconda
dude.
can piss in is a trough.
Can you
dude.
imagine that? His penis is so big, he says, like, you don't have to get it all out. That's his method.
You just store it in there or what?
I have
You
to
just
get
leave
mine
it in
all
there?
out just to get the pee out of there.
Your urethra's just
Well, you
engorged
gotta,
with
while
urine.
you're going there, you gotta kind of adjust yourself and knowing like where you're at. You're gonna have to pee in a trough because most likely you're gonna do a stall. So you gotta pee. You gotta pee. So
Yeah.
you just get in line, wait till your turn, and
Don't look.
just reach
Yeah,
in.
you look forward. You look
Yeah,
forward. You
look forward.
eyes forward, looking
Eyes
at the
forward.
brick wall.
Yeah.
That's what
Right.
you're supposed to do.
Supposed to.
Looks
That's
forward.
got to be hard, though. If there's like 18 penises all surrounding you,
Yeah.
not to look. Where do you even look?
That's why you don't go during
Well, it's
halftime,
like
man.
College shower rooms in high school, you know.
Hey, when you used to shower in college,
Yeah.
because only time I've had to do shower type situations was in like elementary school when I tried to play football, or it was middle school, like 7th and 8th grade. And I was the only kid that would not shower. I would go to class in these
You'd
like
be the one
nasty
wearing
clothes.
a little underwear thing going in the shower.
Oh,
with
I've seen
everybody.
those guys. Yeah, yeah. No, I wasn't even that bad. I would go to the stall and attempt to like beat off to get my penis like larger.
Jesus. Wow. Okay. Okay.
What the fuck?
And when that
Yeah.
would, because I didn't want to walk into the shower like
So
some
you
of
get,
these
like,
guys
a
were just hung,
half chub. you
and
know.
it was embarrassing because I had nothing going on. So I would try to go to a stall and get something going, but then like I would
weird, though,
keep
man.
freaking out because I'm like, how long is this gonna take? So then I would just walk back and change into like nasty, stinky clothes and go to class smelling.
You just, I don't know. You just get used to it.
Yeah. At some point, you're just like, fuck it.
Well, it was.
You shower with these guys 6 times a day.
Where do you look when you're in a shower with like 10 guys?
Are you even playing any football if you're showering 6 times a day anymore?
Why is this happening in America? Why are guys showering with other
You
guys?
see it, but you don't take a mental picture. You just shoulders. You look at shoulders up. You look at shoulders up, and you look at them in the face.
Do you have conversations in the shower?
Oh yeah, like there's like a shower stall and like 6 shower heads, and you need to shower because you got to get going to class or you got to get going home or whatever.
When he
gotta
turns
do.
around to get the soap
You
off
probably
his
look
back.
at his ass, right?
No, no, no.
Sometimes you turn around and
Yeah, but
you
that
know,
causes the momentum of like the wang to come flying out. Like,
But you mostly
Trips
you
a
look
person.
at shoulders up and talk to somebody, but you don't look down. You never
Yeah.
look down. You don't ever pick up soap off the ground.
But you catch like some peripheral vision stuff.
what
right?
happens
You
when people?
have to because
fucking
you
human
got
body,
30
man.
people in there.
But what are you thinking in your head when you catch a glimpse of this guy's penis?
Why?
Do I? I don't think of anything.
Yeah,
I think
why would you
shower
be
up and go.
embarrassed?
That's why I
about that.
avoid the whole
You're
locker
a guy,
room
they're
shower
guy-
thing.
Like, you're
Wait, but
fucking people, dude.
If someone
like,
drops the soap, I get it in prison. What happens? But what happens in a college locker? Why did
you
you say
pick
don't
up the fucking
Yeah,
soap?
but he's
dude.
saying you don't pick up the soap.
This
I
guy
don't know.
next to you grabbing. Oh, you dropped your soap, sir.
No, there's plenty of soap up there. It'll be picked up later.
Oh, well, why don't you want to pick it up though? Is what I want to say. Like, why do you say don't ever pick up?
Yeah,
the soap?
some guy gonna just turn around, and fuck you in your
you're
ass
bros,
or what?
Man.
What
you can't
happens?
trust
Well,
them.
you never know when somebody's going to turn around because you got a little shower pole and you're all standing around.
Oh,
Oh,
yes,
shit.
I know what he's talking about. So there's a pole in the middle,
Uh-huh.
and there's like
6
8
guys
shower heads
around
surrounding it.
Right.
So,
So
you're
all
like
the dongs are
enclosed.
facing each other.
Yeah, it's
So
like
you
if you're
don't-
surrounding
so
a pole.
You drop down, somebody turns around, and they'll
You get hit
with
you in
their
the head.
dong.
That's why you ask somebody, hey, can you kick over that soap? I
And
dropped
that's
it.
why you
kick it backwards like a horse. You kick it back, and then you turn around and walk like
There's
far
plenty
and grab
of
it,
soap,
and you walk back
or
to the
you
pole.
grab more, or you just don't use soap. If you're one of the last ones in,
Have you ever dropped the soap?
of course, everybody's dropped soap.
And what would you do? Just keep going without
Just
the soap?
Yeah, or grab another bar on the thing.
Oh, so these are like, yeah, but if everyone's using the bar, there's got to be pubes and shit attached to the
floor's
bar.
just all over.
So these are
covered
not
in
your own
soap
bar of
bars.
soap. This is like community soap.
Exactly.
But what if
wow,
some guy
that's
washes
fucked
like
up,
between his
dude.
butt cheeks?
That's fucked,
Well,
dude.
you're out there playing football and everything, and it's 100 degrees outside.
It gets sterilized
What
the
do you
second the
think?
soap gets water on it.
Okay, let me ask you this: when y'all shower,
think that's how
do
it
y'all
works,
use like liquid soap or like actual bars
I
of soap?
use bars still.
I went-
So
I
do
went down to
you
liquid
take the
now.
bar and put it between your butt cheeks and rub it?
Nah, I
No,
usually just cover
you
my
use your
torso.
hand.
What? How do you wash your butt?
I move the soap down. I push it down to my butt.
So
and
you're
use the same
taking the
soap.
bar and rubbing it between your butt.
No, I'm rubbing it
He's
on
rubbing,
my torso, and then it gets lathered up,
Yeah,
and I can
usually
push it
starting-
down.
I actually take the
torso
bar
or
and rub it on my butt.
underarms.
Jesus, dude.
You might in near your junk, but you don't ever in your junk. That's just kind of, I guess, a guy code in the locker room.
Yeah, man, you don't want
And
So maybe that's when you put the soap on the ground after you throw it.
You don't just in on your junk and then put it on there. No, you
wash it off of
You
it.
wash it off more.
Common courtesy.
Common courtesy, exactly.
Man, I see.
Because otherwise, I
Dizzle, you're
guarantee you'd be messed with in the locker room.
Yeah, I bet Dizzle was just a fucking asshole with
No,
these soap
I-
bars. He was just
I
rubbing them
used
all
to
over his
take
balls and then
like
giving them to his
a.
friends.
But he never took showers. Is what he said. He had
Yeah,
all-
I had
He'd
a like
be
a
beating off in the
PE
restroom,
class.
he was like dreaming of like what to do with the soap. He
Yeah.
couldn't even get to that part yet.
No, 9th grade, I took a PE class, and I would wear the same shirt the entire 6 months of
Oh.
class to where it started. I'm not even kidding. I went home on Friday, came Monday. I never washed this thing, and I sweat a lot. It had mushrooms growing out of it.
Oh,
And I just
Jesus,
plucked the
dude.
mushrooms off and just kept wearing it. I don't know how I didn't get some kind of a skin fungus.
Why would you
Wow.
do that?
Because I didn't want to take a shower and I didn't want to wash this damn thing. I
I
don't
mean,
want to
you're
take it off.
insecure at that age, right?
9th
You're
grade,
insecure.
yeah.
You don't fucking,
Man.
you don't want to deal with that.
Like you walk in the shower, you see a guy with a huge bush, and you're like, "What the fuck? I don't even have pubes."
Matter, though. Okay, when I showered in high school, like the first day was like, this is fucking weird. But eventually, you're just like everybody's like naked, and you're
Yeah.
just like, okay,
You just get used
whatever.
to it.
Yeah.
The thing is that what makes it funny is the fact that he thought I can't even do this at all. Like you would just never even consider getting naked.
Here's what
in high school.
traumatized me. So, like, my neighbor was this redhead that was also in football, and he showered before me the first day we did football, and they just started ragging on him that he's not circumcised. And I'm like, fuck, I'm not circumcised. I'm fucked. Like, so, like, I was like,
self-conscious.
I'm
man.
not taking these pants off or I'm going to get clowned on like this kid.
What a fucking shitty thing to be made fun of, though. Your
That's
dick
pretty-
ain't cut.
That's
Well, we
piece of
had
shit.
one guy in soccer when I played in high school that he had a horse kick him in the balls and he lost one of his balls.
Fuck.
And you could tell.
Fuck.
Yeah, we saw it. We all saw
Wait,
it.
so did he admit it first or you just noticed, like, hey, dude, you're missing a ball?
No, he
What's
told
going
us.
on?
Well, we all played soccer together since I played in 3rd grade, and
Did he show it? He showed it to you like, hey, check
we
it out.
yeah, we seen it. You know, everybody's seen
Would
it.
you ask to see it or you just happen to glance down?
Oh, he showed it to us.
Hey, check out my-
What's it look like? Just a like a deflated like
Just
piece
like-
of skin?
Yeah,
like one
yeah,
thing
just
grew.
not there.
Yeah.
Just not there.
Yeah.
Can you
And of
imagine
course-
like that's how you bro? Hey man, check out my ball.
Yeah, really.
check out my nut, bro.
Immutable. Check it out.
Exactly.
Anyways, let's go to the next news story. Have you heard of the underpant bomber?
No.
This was like in 2012. It was this guy from Nigeria, but it failed because he wore the underwear for 2 weeks while he was like trying to figure out if he wanted to bomb this airplane or not. But
It's like you in high school, man.
Umar Abdul Muttalib was on a suicide mission when he attempted to detonate a bomb in his underpants as the plane approached Detroit. Head of the TSA had said the bomb failed to detonate because of how long Abdul Muttalib had been wearing the underwear. The bomber had the device on him for over 2 weeks. And there's 300 people on board. When he tried to detonate, it just caused a brief fire that caused burns to his groin.
Oh,
idiot.
man.
So during this trial, he said that the bomb was a blessed weapon to avenge the poorly treated Muslims around the world.
Oh.
And then after the bomb failed to detonate, the passengers pounced on Abdul Muttalib and forced him to the front of Northwest Airlines Flight 253, where he was held till the plane landed minutes later. There's a picture of his underwear.
Dude.
It's just disgusting.
Ah, fuck, dude.
It's like these raggedy, like, it looks like he made them at home, and it looks like there's a tampon in the middle, or like a pad.
Yeah.
Can you imagine being one of those customers holding them down? Like, what? And this guy just
I bet you the people didn't even know what it
underwear.
really was, you think? Or they were just like, dude, this fucking dude's underwear's on fire. Let's put it out. Let's subdue the guy. Like, how did it work?
They probably did a bit of profiling, too. They saw this kind of Middle Eastern looking
Actually,
guy
who
up
looked
there.
like a black guy.
Okay, they saw this black guy up
Yeah.
there.
They're like, we got to hold him down. He's got a tampon in his fucking underwear. That's not good.
What have a feeling he yelled like, Allahu Akbar, like right before.
Maybe, yeah.
Probably did. He probably
That could be
did.
it.
Probably
Yeah.
screamed that.
Yeah. They tend to do that, right?
So wait, what does that exactly mean? Like, what does that mean?
I don't know.
Praise to the Lord?
Yeah,
What
I
is
think
it?
that's
it's
what it
like
is.
praise
So
to
well,
be
then
God or
how do
something.
Americans not get fucking like, you know, when the plane like goes, you know how like does that weird stuff in turbulence and people go, oh dear God, you know, like, oh praise the Lord, you know, like that. Like, how come they don't get jumped on? You know what I'm saying?
I don't think they
think
say
it's the
that
same
during
thing,
turbulence.
Dude, people get
And the
crazy
tone.
during turbulence.
Well, I think it means like what God is good, right?
You're right though. When there's turbulence, I've been in one before, and people think they're dying. They start screaming
Yeah, they
and
start doing
crying.
weird
But I
things.
think Allahu Akbar is kind of something you shout
Yeah.
when you're doing something like, you know, blowing up your
Like you're about to
underwear.
blow up your balls.
Yeah, you're not. I don't think it's something you say like, "Oh God," you know. You
You
don't
didn't-
say Jesus.
Hey, Paulaconda, you didn't have a guy show you his nuts, say, I lost a nut during like a failed bombing, did you?
No, not anything
Abdullah,
like that.
dude.
You didn't have Abdul Muttalib?
You went to an
No.
all-black school, right?
What?
You went to an all-black school.
It's
Yeah,
the black
kinda fit
guy.
the
College, yeah.
Hey,
Dude, I got a crazy story for you.
yeah.
You want to hear it real quick?
Yeah, sure.
Dude,
Yeah.
I was at I scheduled a physical with my doctor guy, whatever, physician, whatever his name, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
I scheduled a physical, and I hadn't had a physical in like in 2 years. You want to know what happened and why? Because in those
When was
2 years,
this? How
was
long ago?
no, I scheduled this like 3 days ago, for like sometime in September, right?
Oh, okay.
You want to hear it's crazy why I didn't like schedule that in the past 2 years?
Prostate exam.
It's gonna be that thing too, but it's because I know the first time he did it, like it was just they do weird things, you know, like they cough, you know what I'm talking about, right? And then
Yeah.
they put the thing on the finger, right? Like the gel, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I've had it done.
Oh, right.
It's horrible.
I know, and so
Oh,
they-
you've had it done?
yeah, it's the most awkward thing. Here's the most fucked up part, because after that time, I would go to the doctor, just random things, you know, just make my prescription fine, you know, whatever this, that, I don't feel good. And I started to bro up with this guy, and I figured out he was a mountain biker, and he was doing like all this cool stuff, and he has all this cool stuff in his office. So now I'm like bro up with him when he sees me. He's like, hey man, what's up, dude? Everything good?
No.
Oh, it's so great, dude. This is gonna be great. You know, oh, I'm going to Colorado, and I started broing up with him. So I was like, I don't want to fucking have this guy.
Oh, he hasn't done it yet.
No, that's why I didn't go. You're supposed to go every year,
Oh,
and I
okay.
skipped one. I was like, fuck, I'm too bro with this guy. This is gonna be really fucked up. Anyway, but then I started thinking about it. I was like, wait a minute. But if I die, I can't bro up with anybody anymore. So I better fucking go. And I was like, maybe I'll just get another guy. And then while I was in there, he's like, I see you haven't. I was just getting my prescriptions. What do I say? Refill?
Renewal?
Yeah, renewal, whatever.
Yeah,
right? Because
yeah.
I'm going on some trips, you know,
Right.
soon. And he got me, dude. He's like, oh, I see we missed last year, dude. I was like, oh shit, yeah. We're talking about bikes and stuff and beer. And he's like, all right, man, I'm just gonna get you in on the September the 3rd. He's like, I want you to come. So I was like, fuck, man.
Stick that
Sucks,
finger up
man.
your ass.
Yeah, I can't believe it.
Let me ask you this though, because I'm this way. When the doctor's about to pull your pants down to do like
You pull your own fucking
pull your
pants
own
down,
pants.
dude.
yeah, you pull them down, but in your
He tells you to pull the pants
Dude,
down.
have
no,
you ever
dude.
done this?
I haven't done it yet.
You haven't had
no.
a physical yet?
I
No,
had
I
physicals, but no prostate.
No, but you've had a physical where they feel your nuts, right?
Yeah.
Be honest. Like, when he says pull your pants down, do you immediately think in your head, please let me like at least look like I have something going on down there?
No.
Every guy thinks a little bit like
Really?
that. Every guy
I think
does.
that right
No,
away.
dude.
And like when I know I'm like completely like shrunken down, I'm like embarrassed as shit.
Why
I'm
the
like,
fuck do you care,
fuck.
dude? Who are you trying to impress, homie? I mean,
It's just you don't want it because then now you're watching the doctor's face. Like, is he laughing at me? Does he think less of me?
no way.
Does he
dude.
think
that's
I'm less
the,
of
that's
a
the
man?
patient-doctor confidentiality, right there.
Yeah,
right?
he's not going to tell anybody, but
He's not gonna-
it's still embarrassing.
I think what I'm worried about more is like,
Especially with a bro up guy like that. You're like,
So
God,
what
I got to
you'll do-
So
produce.
you act
He's
like
gonna
the dude's
label
gonna
your
go
file?
open the door, look at like the nurses, and go like this with their fingers.
I'm a little more worried about getting a boner. That's what I'm worried about.
Yeah,
Like,
see, I'm
you
not
know
even
what?
worried about that because I
I
know
hope
it's
I don't
not
get
going to
an
happen.
erection right
How would you get a boner? If you
I
got a
don't know.
boner in
Maybe
front of a
like
doctor,
yeah.
that's
like
fucked
a
up.
fear boner, dude. Like a fear boner, you know, because you get those sometimes.
Oh,
No,
dude.
here's my worst experience.
Fear
I had a prostate exam with the female nurse watching.
Oh God.
And the guy just went at it hard. He was like, oh, and I was just like, oh.
But she was watching ahead of you then.
And
didn't
she
see the
fucking
butthole.
laughed.
But she didn't see the butthole.
No, she was behind me.
No way, dude.
Swear to God. I think they need by law a witness when they do that. They have to have a second person in. I didn't know it was going to be a
Why
female
are
nurse.
people getting their buttholes
That was
like
kind of hot.
extremely
Just
fingered up or
In
something?
case you come back and say like, the guy just
I
went
kinda liked
at
it,
my
man.
asshole.
He went through every one of his fingers, man.
He was making out with me when he did the when he did my prostate.
Give me a reach around.
Hey, Paulaconda, have
He
you
had
ever
his
had
whole
a prostate
fucking fist
exam?
in there. Like,
yeah.
I don't think that's right.
How many?
Oh, probably about 10.
10 prostate
He
exams.
kept going back, dude. He kept going
What are you,
back.
300 years old? What the fuck are you having
just
10?
In
Sounds like you're.
college and stuff in football. They go check
That makes
you
sense.
out.
It's all that
makes
football
What?
stuff, man.
Why are they
They-
testing prostates in college?
Because you're male, dude. They have to
You're
do
male. They want to, dude. They don't play around. They know everything
sound
about
like
you
they
as an
do.
athlete.
Yeah.
They know
Okay.
everything.
that. You know, I hear stimulating the prostate though will be the most intense orgasm you've ever had.
Well, we need to get a girl in here, and Wu always agrees to do stuff, right?
Oh,
For the show.
absolutely, yeah, absolutely. You can. The
So you're
problem
gonna
is,
have a girl. So we're gonna probably find her on Craigslist then, right?
Yeah.
And they're gonna have her do something to you, and then I guess put her finger up your thing while you're. What is going on?
no. Apparently, all you need to do is like poke at it after a while.
What the fuck?
And then you come, and there's no ejaculate. There's no semen that comes.
But that
out.
still means a finger has to be up your ass, though, right?
Yeah.
Something has to.
Paulaconda, let
What
me
the
see
fuck?
another picture on your phone. How many more do you have added on?
Of what?
I just want to see of what. What do he? That's of what he only has on there. You think
We just went from prostate exams to you just started thinking about his phone and there's naked pictures.
That's what
in
I'm
there?
saying. I got to see a woman at this point. You're talking about guys' buttholes.
It
Let me see.
doesn't. Yeah.
Paulaconda, show me your
Just a
best
prude,
picture.
Dizzle.
What is the sexiest picture you have on there of a girl you photographed off of Craigslist?
Oh Lord, I got a few.
Let me see one of these things.
He's got some pretty crazy one. The one with the ropes on the boobs.
How
was-
many are you
That
going
looked-
through?
That looked really good. It looked like fucking blueberries strapped to her chest, man.
It didn't
Get
look
to that
right.
one in.
It looks like she was laying down and perfect Big Macs were coming up, like with ropes around them. Like it was just Big Macs.
Yeah, because they were brown. They were like
Let me see.
brown. The circulation was cut off.
What are those nipple rings?
Yeah.
Where'd you find this girl?
Hey, now you have the phone. You can start scrolling around, dude. I'm just
Oh,
kidding.
that's true.
Go to town, Dizzle.
Oh no.
You know what? I'm afraid to scroll around. Here, take this thing
Hey, dude,
back.
wash your hands, man. Wash
Take
your
this
hands.
thing back. How do I get out of there? It's disgusting. All right, last article here, news article. Alabama man's penis was mistakenly amputated. An Alabama man who went to a hospital for a routine circumcision says doctors mistakenly amputated his penis.
Ooh.
Yeah, oh man, I heard about that.
Dude.
Bad news.
Johnny
Routine
Lee
circumcision.
Banks went to Princeton Baptist Medical Center in Birmingham last month for a circumcision. The suit alleges the man's penis was gone when he awoke.
What the fuck?
The suit says that the mistaken amputation has caused the man extreme pain and that his wife is also suffering.
Suffering.
The lawsuit accuses the defendant of medical
Oh my
malpractice, negligence, and other wrongdoing. It seeks an unspecified amount of money. The hospital says the claims are without merit.
You know what I want to know though?
Why
No.
is suffering put in there?
It's
Like
probably
that's a
Mental
very
suffering, mental.
Yeah, okay, mental stuff. I mean, it's like when I think of suffering, I'm thinking of those like African kids in the commercials. You know what I'm saying? Like, please put it.
But imagine if your penis left your body today and you just had like a hole there. That would be pretty suffering.
There's a difference between leaving and I knew it's leaving and waking up going, how'd the procedure go? And looking down, there's nothing fucking there. Like, that's
shocking.
fucked up.
That's what happened.
Exactly.
Yeah, I know, but that's what I'm saying. But like, if you know something's leaving, like, it's kind of like, anyway.
No, but he was just getting a circumcision.
I want to know at what point the doctor was just like, you know what, just cut the whole fucking thing off because we fucked up so bad. Let's just cut it all off.
I don't think they fucked up. They just went for a. What do they do?
Circumcision.
I know, but
It's
when they
just
went
the
for a
foreskin.
circumcision, but they actually just went through the whole thing. You're
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I don't think.
I think
wanna
this
know
guy
how they
might
fucked
not
up.
have had a penis to begin with.
He might have not had a penis.
Because you know what? There's some days
might
I'll
have.
wake up and it's cold outside, or I'm in the pool or something.
Why are we talking about this again?
This,
All right, keep going.
He's a
Fuck it.
poor bastard. I mean, we feel sorry for him.
No, but like there's sometimes if you're not circumcised, there's just skin there. And I think the guy probably had nothing going on down there, and he thought he had a penis, but it was just skin. They
Don't
probably
matter.
they probably circumcised him, and that's what he really had.
So I don't know why you would get circumcised. Apparently, a lot of your nerve endings get killed if you get circumcised.
I don't
Rubbing
believe in
against your-
circumcision for kids. The majority of the world is not circumcised.
It's cleaner though. It's cleaner.
If you don't clean
You
yourself.
don't have all that smegma building up. You don't have to wash it.
He even
dude.
knows
Nobody
the
has
technical
smegma.
term, dude. That's crazy. You know all that.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
It's supposed to.
Oh, that just
okay.
reminded me of. Never mind.
You know what?
I don't know. Tell us more. Come on,
All right.
Paulaconda. Come on,
Paulaconda's
Paulaconda.
thinking about some donk
He's
now.
got something.
Okay, you talk about doing that. You gotta clean a horse's penis
Right, it's the same thing, right?
regularly, like yearly. Otherwise, it builds up on them,
Ooh.
and it's nasty.
I mean, have you ever cleaned an
Have you ever
unclean
seen it?
horse?
Have you seen the stuff that's like in between?
Yeah,
like-
I've had to clean my own horse.
and does it feel weird? Does
Yeah,
it smell
it's-
weird?
It's bad.
And horse penises are huge, right?
Yeah.
Are you bigger than a horse?
The horse looks at him when he pulls up.
Feels all self-conscious and shit. Jumps off a cliff.
I was just thinking that just reminds me.
Wait, so how does that work in the wild then? Because they can't wash their dicks in the wild.
They clean them with their own mouths, probably.
Do they?
Yeah, but they're always fucking in the wild.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
that's
that
true.
kinda-
They're getting
I got
cleaned
a-
So
off.
it just gets left in a female horse's vagina.
Yeah, I got a gelding horse, and he's cut. So
Oh, so you circumcise horses too?
No, I don't. But he.
But you can't.
That's straight up like gelding.
well, I've
That's
done
like
calves,
cutting
so
up.
I could do a horse. Yeah.
So you circumcise the calf?
Oh yeah.
Oh, the poor bastard.
How do you do that?
Anesthesia or no anesthesia?
I don't need anything.
No, but I mean, I'm talking about the fucking.
I get whiskey.
No, but I'm talking about the other party. I mean, the other party.
No.
The cow, the fucking cow, dude.
Not you.
See, I might have pictures on here.
Oh no!
So what I hear is,
phone. That phone has every disgusting picture
we
you can
get
think
calves,
of.
so
you
well,
tie a string around the balls, right? And then it just...
No, we don't. We don't have time for that.
Jesus fucking Christ, dude. What do you use?
We use a knife in our hands.
So what do you just yank on the skin and just slice it off?
Yeah.
And it doesn't kick you.
We back home.
Does it make a noise?
Yeah, they bawl and squeal and everything.
Oh, dude.
How's it not running off or kicking you?
It's tied down. probably.
Okay, what we do is we work calves back home, my buddy, and we have a calf table. We catch them. We got to give them their shots. We got to give them do our cowboy work to them. We got to put in, all that stuff, dehorn them, cut their horns off, whatever. And if there's a bull calf, when they're about 3 to 6 months age, we cut them because they raise beef cattle. You raise beef cattle, you want them to eat. Well, you cut their nuts off, they're going to eat more. They'll be lazy for the males, be steers. So we get them in. We have a calf table. We calf table.
man.
We turn them over. I reach in. I got the dangerous part, reaching in and grabbing one of their back hooves, roping it, getting it tight. Once I get it tight, we get the other leg, pull it back, stick a stick in, and spread them open. Then the guy reaches in, grabs the scrotum sac, cuts the scrotum sac off at the tip.
That hurts, right? I'm
and,
sure.
And most of the time,
shit, Dizzle.
no, I don't feel a thing. I'm sitting there holding.
No,
I know
not-
you don't
not
feel a
you,
thing.
dude.
No, I don't feel
It don't bother me
this
at all.
is-
But the balls, most of the time, they come right out. They're right there.
And then bleed to death? What do you
No,
do?
because this is the most Some people use called masculators.
Please fucking no.
Where they
oh my
they
God.
cut them and crimp them and cut them. But we do, or a rubber band. But we don't have time for that.
Oh my fucking.
And
Yikes.
we also eat the mountain oysters also.
Oh, okay.
So what we do is we get the scrotum sack and we get the ball in our hand and push the fat and the skin back, and then we just pull it out.
Oh, fuck.
Well, you just yank his testicle off?
Yank it out.
You call those mountain oysters?
And what kind of sound? Does it always make a sound, the
They
cow?
go blah.
That's it?
Yeah. And then we get the other one, do that, and then we put them in a cooler with a Ziploc bag, because we do about 60 calves that day, and then we cook them up later that night.
How do you go to sleep at night?
What is a mountain?
my
What is a
nuts are
mountain?
hurting right now.
What does it sound? What does it taste like?
I've
It tastes
eaten
like beef.
Oh,
tastes like mushrooms when
believe
I've
that.
had them.
No,
You've had
it's good.
scrotum?
It's-
Tastes like
tastes
fried
like
mushrooms. Not
you know,
scrotum,
What
nuts.
we do is we chicken fry them up.
Are you eating the scrotum or the testicle?
The testicle.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Because you put them in, soak them in salt water for about an hour or two. Then after you do that, you clean them first. You wash them down. Then you grab the ball, and you give it a little slice, and you turn it inside out and cut off the skin.
And these things are huge, right? They're not small.
Well, it depends on when you get them. Most of the time, they're about that big.
wow.
That's huge.
And then we'll cut them in halves or thirds.
It's like an egg.
Now, one time we've missed one or two, and they get 7 months old, and they'll be about that.
God
Oh, you poor fucking little baby.
What's the
cow.
biggest cow's balls?
A
gets?
bull, and a bull's about like that.
God damn!
That's
It's
like
a
steak.
basketball.
That's a steak.
Yeah, and I've heard of old
Have you ever
timers.
cut one of those off?
I haven't, because you're messing with
That's
a
dangerous.
2-ton
as fuck,
animal,
man. Yeah.
Yikes.
and
your skull caved in.
that's very
This
dangerous.
is dangerous
Isn't that
to
where
harvest.
taurine comes from, though? Like the powdered
No, I
taurine?
think,
It's like bull. It's bull. I
No,
swear.
I think that's a plant, dude.
Look up taurine. I
I think
swear.
it's a herb.
Oh,
But
no.
okay, so let me.
Look up taurine, I
so
swear.
from
when you squeeze them out like that on the calf, there's hardly any blood. No blood.
Really?
Yeah, they don't bleed out.
I'm just trying to look at this from the calf's
All right,
point of view
man.
right now, like a drunk
Ugh.
white dude pinning me down, tying up my legs, and
Yikes.
pulling my balls off. Dude.
Yep.
That's
Jeez.
hilarious.
Ooh.
Yep.
Paulaconda, you evil, evil man.
We're kind of horrible to animals, man. Jesus.
Well, you like steak, right? You like hamburger.
True that.
There you go.
Dude,
that's where it
fucking
comes from.
steak,
from.
dude. That's not balls, bro.
Anyways, hey, before we leave, I don't know if you. I found some crazy '90s rap. I don't know. Did y'all listen to '90s rap like
Yeah.
Snoop
Yeah.
Dogg?
Yeah.
I went to a black college. Yeah.
Yeah, you ever heard of UGK?
Yeah, Underground
Yeah.
Kings.
Yeah. I don't know if you heard. Have you heard this song of theirs?
Got a young brown stallion and she 20 years old. When she poppin' from the back, you see that hairy asshole. Got a young red stallion and she 20 years old. When she poppin' from the back, you see that hairy asshole. Got a young yellow stallion and she 20 years old. When she poppin' from the back, you see that hairy asshole. Got a young white stallion and she 20 years old. When she poppin' from the back,
So they're talking about a guy right now.
you shave off your pussy, you can whack your shit smooth.
We're gonna get in
UGK.
trouble for playing that thing, man.
No, I don't think so. UGK
it's
doesn't. UGK doesn't care.
Okay, hopefully. End of the show right there. One lawsuit from the UGK.
Yeah. All right. Anyways, guys, y'all got anything else?
Oh, I'm good, man.
No. All right.
All right. So, hey, check us out. What's that?
I'm straight.
All right. So check us out on themensview.com/Amazon. And please buy your stuff through there to support the show. And go to themensview.com/flip. And you can find Bonafide's book on there. We're out of here. Peace.